2, 1, fight!
Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode number 127. This is Best Movie Teams Part 2. Running a little later. My apologies. Like, this took forever for me to put together. I think I spent technically like 3 days in total, but 2 of the days were only like half days or even less than that. I was working around my work schedule and that kind of thing. But it'll be fun though. So we got some really cool teams, and also I want to emphasize ensembles from movies also, because they're like most of them will be teams, but there'll be some just kind of some ensemble cast that just kind of work really well together. Maybe they're not always a team. Maybe they're heroes and villains. Maybe they're like things like that. So just keep that in mind, that it still does count for this. But yeah, I am your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we'll go ahead and we'll introduce our panel for tonight. So we have joining us my co-host, Austin Pez Howell. How's it going?
My votes tonight will be strictly based on, and if Richie wants to follow suit, which ones would win in a no-holds-barred street fight or a Hell in a Cell.
Well, there's actually some that could be pretty big contenders, and some that would get their ass whooped.
Yeah.
So yeah. But we also haven't. Speaking of Richie, let's just bring in Richie.
Richie? Yeah. Yes, there's definitely contenders here that would wipe the floor with others. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And then we also have joining us Mr. Malcolm Lay. How's it going?
I mean, if the Bloodlines in the tournament, no other teams have a chance.
Yeah. Solo Sokoa is very sneaky, that one.
Yeah, well, we have a first timer on the show. It's my girlfriend Sarah coming in to talk movies with us. How's it going, Sarah?
Good.
Yeah, you ready for this?
Kinda.
Yeah. Well, it should be fun, and don't worry. Like, we'll explain it exactly how it's going to work. But if you haven't seen the movie, you still have to vote. But you can just vote for the one you have seen or the one you want to see. So, like, you'll see how it works. And we did a couple practice rounds, so you've had a little taste of it. So, and then also, last but certainly not least, we have Tim Sims. How's it going?
Hey there, guys. So, yeah, definitely excited to dive into a tournament already in progress, just like how I died right into the middle of Game of Thrones. And that was one heck of an experience, if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, that's a good reminder, because if you don't see your favorite teams or groups or ensembles in this bracket, there's a good chance that they already showed up in the last bracket. So if you haven't watched that, you can go watch that. It really doesn't matter which order you watch it in. You can watch that one first. You can watch this one first. But the Sweet 16 from each of those tournament brackets will be in the championship about a month from now, roughly. So yeah, but Austin, you want to break it down how it's going to work while I bring up the bracket?
Yeah, so it'll be a bracket of 64 teams or ensembles. You guys can vote for any reason you want to vote for. If you want to use my logic, which ones would win in a street fight, that's up to you, but you don't have to use that logic. But it's more based on the teams or ensembles you like more rather than the movie per se, if that makes sense. But the movie can factor into it. But yeah, we'll just go up.
Yeah, you could have a like terrible movie with a great team, or vice versa. You could have that. So.
Yeah, so we'll just vote through. We'll rotate the order each time, and then I'll get to the tiebreaker stuff if we need it.
Yeah, sounds good. And since we're running a little bit behind, I do still like to play that intro from time to time, but we'll skip it tonight since we're running short on time. But we'll go ahead and we'll reveal the first matchup and see how it goes. And I was telling everyone backstage, I put this whole thing together so fast, and like literally I just grabbed random things and I was just throwing them into slots as fast as I could. I don't even know what the first matchup is going to be. I haven't even seen it, so it'll be a surprise to me. So, but it looks like we have up first. We're gonna heavy hitter with the Avengers, and specifically it is the the Avengers as they are at the end of Endgame. That's why you see so much chaos going on. Because in the first bracket we had the Avengers as they were originally. So this is the Endgame Avengers going up against the crew from The Departed. So, and we always start at the bottom of the ladders. It's displayed. So Tim, you'll be up first. Which one you want to vote for?
Oh, I mean, you kind of, put me right on the spot. I mean, well, because you're talking about team up of superheroes in the movie versus, one of the best ensemble of cast and crew on past one of based on one of the best movies ever made that finally gave the director his long overdue Oscar. So so basically we're trying to make this quick, but I mean, as much as I enjoy the crew for The Departed, especially everyone, how the chemistry just came together behind the scenes. But if we're talking just team for team, then I just have to put the Avengers up because they're superheroes. I mean, they're superheroes, definitely skilled people, and if it's coming to something about saving the world, I probably have the Avengers immediately. So Endgame team of the Avengers definitely gets my vote.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Sarah, which one would you go for? The Avengers, the Endgame version, or the crew from The Departed?
The Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll keep it short and sweet. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the Departed crew in that, but even if it was a street fight, I think the Avengers will still win. So Avengers.
Yeah. Right. Well, Richie.
Yeah. The Departed is a good ensemble cast, but as a team, the Departed crew suck because they don't like each other. There's a lot of infighting in the Avengers, I guess, as well. But I think as a team, they're more cohesive, and I think I give, and I also just think just because their powers, they would murk the Departed crew in a Hell in a Cell. So the Avengers.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Well, Captain America would definitely tell the crew from The Departed to watch their language, especially Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg,
yeah. Mark Wahlberg's a wild card, but I'll still go with the Avengers.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm actually like not a huge fan of The Departed. I do like it, but I just like I probably don't have the love that a lot of people have. It's like my fourth or fifth favorite Scorsese movie, maybe even like lower than that possibly. But the Avengers are great, especially this Endgame team, because if you don't like one character, well, there's 20 other ones to choose from in this specific group here, and I think that's a pretty formidable one. Could be a heavy favorite in this tournament. So the Avengers team gets my votes. So we'll be moving on. Let's see. Up next we have the I don't know how you pronounce the last name, the Lucchese crime family, Lucchese, something like that. But it was cut off though. It says from Goodfellas underneath, but a few of these are cut off. Going against the Losers. Yeah. So, Sarah, you'll be up first. Would you go with Goodfellas or the Losers?
Goodfellas.
Yeah. Sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Look, as much as I want to have Chris Evans versus Chris Evans, I've got to go Goodfellas here. I think it's just so iconic, and
yeah. Well, Richie.
Yeah, the Goodacre crime family are too interconnected. I think they will, they'll handle the Losers, and I feel like the Losers are too kind of dysfunctional to work as a full-on team to take down a huge big formidable crime family like that. So I'll go Goodfellas.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah,
what
I
do you
think Tommy alone from Goodfellas, Joe Pesci would stab all of them in the neck with a pen and then just murder them one by one. I would never underestimate Joe Pesci in a gangster movie. So, but yeah, I mean, those guys are an actual crime family and a crew. They pull off fights together, all that stuff. So I'll go with Goodfellas.
Yeah. Like I'm the same way. I think like Joe Pesci alone, and then maybe having just Robert De Niro as like the guy like in his corner, kind of just like hyping him up and stuff. would be pretty tough to go against. And the losers. I mean, I think that they're a fun crew. I don't love the movie overall, but I love all the characters in it though. Yeah, it's got to be the Goodfellas. Tim, what do you think?
Well, I mean, well, if you want to talk about how the losers is pretty much one big dysfunctional group, don't forget there is a sense of dysfunction within the Chase crime family. I mean, they're all considering that they're all Italian mobsters. I mean, you have to include the possibility of one of them possibly stabbing stabbing another one in the back. So you can
Yeah.
never ever count out the possibility of betrayal within the Italian mobster. So
That is
but-
a good point.
yeah, yeah, don't forget. Yeah, I mean, we've seen that already so many times.
Yeah.
Gangster movies, but with that said, I mean, it's actually a really close vote for me. But in terms of getting the job done and doing it, just as swiftly and as brutally as they can, I have to go with the Lucchese crime family from the Goodfellas as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be the Goodfellas. So moving on. Up next, we have the Four Horsemen from Now You See Me.
Oh, Ric Flair and
Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All
The
right,
Four
all right.
Horsemen. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Going against
All
the
right,
Rebels
nice.
from Rogue One. So
Rogue One.
yeah. So this time it'll be Malcolm first. So which one are you gonna go for?
Yeah, I mean, the Four Horsemen crew, I think, are good, and they do really well to get the job done. But then again, like the Rebels do a really good job as well in Rogue One, because they managed to get the plans and send the plans off and that before they meet the untimely death. So I'm gonna go the Rebels.
Yeah, they sacrificed a lot. So, Richie, what do
The
you
only
got?
thing Four Horsemen have their disposal is magic. The Rebels would kick their ass. So Rebels would murk money for Four Horse. But yeah, cool. Yeah. It wasn't Danny Radcliffe the bad guy. I don't know. He's in the bunch. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some like auxiliary people in there. So
Yeah.
even, like Mark Ruffalo and stuff.
But yeah, I'll go the Rebels for sure.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, those guys can do card tricks, but the Rebels have Donnie Yen who will whip your ass. So, yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think maybe they would fool him for a little bit with a little bit of magic or some sleight of hand, but
Donnie Yen wouldn't be fooled by that shit. He doesn't go that. He doesn't play that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe not, but like that would get old quick, and they'd see right through that. So yeah, it's got to be the Rebels. They've got freaking blasters and like all kinds of like thermal detonators, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, we'll go with the Rebels. Tim?
Yeah, for me, it's no contest. It's the Rebels. I mean, there's so many illusions you can pull out of your sleeve, but you can't underestimate blasters.
Yeah. Nope. And Sarah, what do you think? The Now You See Me or the Rebels from Rogue One?
Now You See Me, because I like the characters.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. We'll show a little love to Now You See Me, but it's going to be the Rebels.
I'd like to see the Four Horsemen try to fool a literal robot in case Russo.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we have, continuing with the Star Wars,
The
we
prequel.
have the crew from all the prequels going against the Goonies. So remember, like, it's not necessarily a fight. I know you guys are having some fun with it. That's cool. But you can vote for your favorite one if you like one more than the other. So Yeah, but
yeah, no, yeah, I understand that logic. I'm
Richie?
going with fight. I'm going with fight though, and the Goonies are fun. So the kids, the Goonies are gonna get their shit kicked out of them. I'm sorry. So yeah, yeah, you're going down. So yeah, yeah, the Goonies might, I don't, I like the Goonies. Well, I have an issue with at least one of the movies in the prequel trilogy, but yeah, on this occasion, definitely the Star Wars prequel crew. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't even think Data's traps or gadgets could really do anything here. So,
No.
so yeah, but Austin, what do you think?
No, as much as I can do a chunk, a truffle shuffle, I'm not really a huge
Yeah.
Goonies fan. Yeah, I'm more of a Star Wars guy, and I don't mind the actual actors and the crew of the prequels. The movies are hit or miss, but I still like the cast, so I'll go with the prequels.
Yeah. Well, Tim, you going with the Goonies or the
Or
crew from the? Oh yeah, sorry. I have a habit of skipping myself lately for whatever reason. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the prequel crew. Yeah, I think that like I mean half of them have lightsabers and like they can use the Force and like the Goonies are great. Like I grew up with them; they're fun and everything. But like even as overall movies, especially Episode 1 and 3, like I really like 2. It's not so much, but that's fine though. I'll go with the Star Wars prequel crew. Tim, what do you think?
I mean, Star Wars is all good and fun with especially the prequel crew, but when the Goonies model is Goonies never say die, you have to believe them. And going against contrary opinion, but I have to go with the Goonies.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, sounds good. And Sarah, which one are you gonna go with?
Star Wars, 'cause I like the characters.
Sure, yeah. Sounds good. And Malcolm.
So in this hypothetical street fight, we have young Anakin fighting alongside old Anakin, and have all the variants.
It is
Yeah.
true, yeah. I mean,
But yeah,
it depends how you want to look at it. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, as much like with the Goonies, like I'm not that high in the movie at all. Like I think it's decent. They do work well as a team, but ultimately, I like the actors more in the Star Wars prequels, so I'm gonna go with the prequel crew.
Yeah. So it'll be Star Wars. Moving on. Let's see. We have Toy Story, like all the toys from Toy Story, going up against Apollo 13 crew. So, and this time it'll be Austin first. So,
Well, the Apollo 13 crew failed miserably, so I'm going with the Toy Story.
Yeah.
that and just better movies, better crew.
yeah. Like I think that the Toy Story crew is just a lot of fun. I mean, you got so many different. If you don't like one, there's a bunch to choose from, and yeah, like and especially by the end of each movie, like they're really together. They're really there for each other. They're like fighting for each other. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Toy Story crew. Tim, what are you gonna go with?
Wait, so hey, we're skipping you again, or?
You just
Nope.
Nope. Okay, just curious.
I just
All
want,
right.
yeah.
All right, yeah. So okay, so here's my explanation. So here's the thing. I mean, and this is coming from me, who was born and raised near the confines of the actual NASA headquarters in Houston. I mean, there's one thing you have to never underestimate is never underestimate NASA engineers. I mean, especially those of the Apollo 13 crew. I mean, if there's one thing that that they can work their way out of, it's work their way out of dangerous predicaments. And I don't know. I mean, and just coming from meeting real NASA engineers. I mean, you cannot place them against something like Toy Story crew. In the battle of wits and challenges. So for me, I mean, just because they're just so many bunch of badass engineers in NASA, I have to go with Apollo 13 crew.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, you going for Apollo 13 or Toy Story?
Toy Story, because I like the characters.
yeah. And Malcolm.
Yeah, all the toys need to do is just play dead, and then when the Apollo 13 crew aren't looking, they can just disable various stuff in the rocket and easily
Yeah,
kill them. They managed to hold their own against Sid, so
yeah,
I'm going to go to the Toy Story crew.
yeah. And Richie, what do you think?
Houston, we have a problem. We just got our ass kicked by the Toy Story crew. So
Yes.
Yeah.
What a bunch
Yep.
of fucking nerds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nerds.
Yeah. Well, don't be surprised if you're gonna ask him for help when it comes to road.
Yeah. Well, we have the Galaxy Quest crew and the I forget what they call those races that starts with a TH something.
The
But
Fermions.
yeah, the Thermians. Yeah. That's it. Going up against the team from Mission Impossible. So that's what we have here. So, and I'm up first here. This one's interesting because like you do have like a space crew that like isn't really a real space crew, but they have to become a real space crew, and they're able to improvise and like come up with like ways to defeat like rock monsters and all kinds of crazy things. And but like Mission Impossible, I mean, like don't underestimate Tom Cruise to like hang on the side of an airplane or climb up the tallest building in the world or like do crazy things. I think Tom Cruise alone would take out any of these guys. So I just on that alone, and also too, I do like Mission Impossible, the overall crew. I like Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames and all those guys a little better. So yeah, I'll go with Mission Impossible. Tim, what do you think?
I mean, Galaxy Quest crew. I mean, they're definitely a bunch of enjoyable, people. I mean, especially the Thermians. I mean, just have a really fun memory with watching Galaxy Quest. But the thing is, this is based off of Star Trek. But if we go against Mano a Mano, I mean, I always hedge my bets on the crew from the IMF. So just going with the team from Mission Impossible.
Yeah, sounds good. Sarah, which one are you gonna go for?
Mission Impossible.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, as much as I like Galaxy Quest, I think the team from Mission Impossible work really well together, and they managed to get things done. So I'm going to go Mission Impossible.
Yeah. And Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, as much as like I think deep down the crew and Galaxy Quest like each other. There's a lot of personality clashes and infighting, but I would like to see maybe Sigourney Weaver as Ripley versus Rebecca Ferguson. That'd be a cool fight. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think Mission Impossible crew would kick their ass. So yeah, Mission Impossible.
Yeah. and Austin.
Yeah, the Galaxy Quest crew are a bunch of poser ass actors, so I'm going with the people who actually do something, and that's the Mission Impossible crew.
Yeah. Yep. The IMF force or whatever you want to call it.
Well, they get disavowed all the time from the IMF, so I don't.
Yeah,
think
they're just they're whatever. Yeah. We have the 101st Airborne Division from Saving Private Ryan. I didn't realize that would be so hard to read. Well, it's the faculty, just like all the kids from the faculty.
Well, not the actual faculty, more like the
No.
students. In
The
the
students
faculty.
from the faculty.
Yeah, the students.
The actual faculty are the evil ones in that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So the actual students, yeah. So it'll be Tim first. Where are you gonna go?
Well, I mean, definitely a bunch of misfits kids from the faculty that definitely knows the way around, especially how to circumnavigate and defeat those aliens from their destroyed planet. You really can't go against the army, especially if it's the army from World War II. So, 101st Airborne Division, no contest for me.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, are you gonna go with the faculty or Saving Private Ryan?
Faculty.
Yeah. All right. Malcolm, do you say?
Yeah, I haven't got around seeing the faculty yet. It's been on my list to go see it eventually. But that being said, like the army is that is probably a safe bet to go with here. Even though I believe they did find the wrong one at first, I think they eventually found the right one. So the Saving Private Ryan crew.
Yeah. Richie.
Let's see, the army with a ton of weapons at their disposal versus a bunch of kids. I think I'll go Saving Private Ryan now.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Don't you dare underestimate the power of Zeke to pull some shit out of his trunk and jack all those guys up with some drugs. And listen, they're a lot more resourceful than you think. And look, while those guys might be the greatest generation, the crew from the faculty is my generation. So I'm going with the guys from the faculty.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I think that I'm actually kind of with you. Like, I want to go with what might be considered the underdog, because the faculty, like I really dig all those guys. I mean, minus Usher, who like really isn't that much part of the crew, but he's on the poster. I just kind of have more fun with them. So so I'll go with the faculty.
All right, so that's a tie. We kind of rotate the tie-breaking vote. That person can put through whatever. So we start at the bottom with Tim. Tim, what do you want to vote for and put through?
Oh, sorry to those who are believing the kids from the faculty, but it's Saving Private Ryan. That's my tiebreaker vote.
All
Okay.
right.
Saving Private Ryan. Sounds good. Up next, we have the Watchmen going up against the Addams Family. So, and this time it'll be Sarah first. So, would you go with the Watchmen or the Addams Family?
The Addams Family, because I like the characters.
Sure. Yeah. Malcolm?
Yeah, I mean, the Watchmen is a formidable team in that. But that being said, never underestimate the Addams Family to pull out some kind of trickery to manage to find a way to defeat the Watchmen. So I'm going to go the Addams Family.
Yeah. Richie?
Now, I mean, the Addams Family might be creepy and kooky, but no, the Watchmen's got this like hands down. The only Addams Family's got going for them is that they're kind of scary. But like Watchmen, Watchmen's got all the other adventures going for them, and I think they'll easily handle Addams Family. So Watchmen.
Yeah. Austin?
I would say don't underestimate the Addams Family ability to completely survive immense bodily harm and seemingly survive, just about anything thrown at them, especially Fester seems to be able to survive explosions and electrocutions and whatever. I don't know if you'd be able to kill him, but I still like the Watchmen more. Rorschach particularly is the shit. So, I'll go with the Watchmen.
Yeah. Yeah, this one interesting. Yeah, because like that was something I was gonna say. Like the Addams Family, we just have the endurance to just like survive a lot of harm and stuff. But I don't particularly love the Watchmen like as an overall crew. I really like Rorschach. I think he's cool, and I like what's his face over on the far left there. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character. Yeah,
the comedian
too. Yeah. Like I like those characters, but like kind of overall, like I go back to the Addams Family more, and just kind of resonate with the character, especially this iteration right here. So I'm actually gonna go with the Addams Family. So, and Tim, what do you think?
Well, I think even though the Watchmen is a formidable superhero team up, I mean, I'd probably put my faith in the Addams Family to always come out of every hijinks. And I mean, I don't know if you can how you can kill off Fester. I mean, you'll just find a way to survive and never underestimate, especially Wednesday. I mean, you can never know of what devious plans she'll have in her head. So I'm going with the Addams Family on that one.
Ooh, Well, it's a close one, but I think it's going to be. Well, actually, no. Is it tied? I think it's tied.
Nope. 4-2 for the Adams family.
Oh, for the Adams family. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. All right.
I wonder who's the stronger family, the Adams family or the family from Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well. Spoiler alert: the family was on the last bracket,
Yeah.
so yeah, you can see it there. But
I mean,
but
you'd think that. I mean, like the thing about the family, that even though they're called the family, from Fast and Furious, like, and one thing I noticed about like freaking, especially Dominic Toretto is like, for a guy who talks about family all the time, he does like piss off a lot of people from his past. Maybe if you weren't such a dick, maybe people would be happy.
yeah, yeah. I realized that here. I have a typo. This is the crew from the first Alien movie.
Yeah,
I put
that's the
Aliens for some
Nostromo.
reason, but it's the crew.
Well, I
that
mean, it's still the
Nostromo-
Aliens
Aliens one.
franchise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
cool.
Aliens franchise. But
So
the thing
they're
is,
going
oh
against-
shoot, I just did it randomly. Like seriously,
Is this Aliens
is
2?
Aliens 2. Yeah, like I did it completely
Aliens,
random. So
Alien versus Alien.
so you like the crew from the second Alien or the first
So
Alien?
it's technically the crew.
Wow.
It's the crew of the Nostromo versus the crew of the Sulaco, aka the Colonial Marines, essentially. So,
yeah, the Colonial Marines. Yeah.
yeah.
So this is. It's just funny that it ended up that way. So it'll be Malcolm first. So
yeah, I'm going to go with Nostromo here.
yeah, sounds good. Richie, what are you gonna go for?
This is tough because the original crew is obviously iconic. But I don't know. I like the Colonial Marines, maybe because of the video game as well. I don't know. But so I'll make it interesting and go Aliens. Colonial
Yeah.
Marines.
Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, you could pretty much guess where I'm going to go for. Although I do have respect for the original Alien crew. They've got some fun characters in there, Yaphet Kotto and Tom Skerritt as Dallas and things like that. But to me, Aliens has the better android with Bishop. They have the better Weasel, Paul Reiser's, Burke, and the Marines are a ton of fun to watch, and you really get to know them. So I'm going to go with Aliens.
Yeah, I mean, there are some pretty sneaky things with the crew from the first Aliens movie, like some people that go undercover and that betray them and that kind of thing. But I just think that the crew from Aliens, the second one, yeah, I mean, you got Bill Paxton as the wall guard. Forget the black chick with the big gun all the time. She's pretty awesome. You got Michael Biehn in there. Yeah. So, and then also too, you got Sigourney Weaver with the mech suit. She ain't got a mech suit in the first one. So I mean, let's go with that. So yeah, I'll go Aliens. But Tim, what do you think?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Crew de Nostromo versus the Marines. I mean, fortunately, if you just look at film by film. I mean, most of the Nostromo didn't make it out, but some of the Colonial Marines survived in Aliens. So for me, I have to pick with the crew with the Colonial Marines from the film Aliens.
Yeah. Well, sounds good. So, Sarah, are you taking the crew from Aliens 1 or 2?
I never seen any of those, so I would pick
All right, sure.
number 1.
Well, yeah. Well, if you haven't seen them, I mean, the place to start is probably 1.
You'll have to do a watch along with us, and I'll educate you about Aliens. Yeah,
you should. Check them out.
All right.
Because they're really good. But yeah.
All right.
So what are the votes at?
The Marines and the Aliens crew are going to go through on this one, 42. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Then we have the Channel 4 news team from Anchorman going up against the Wing Kong crew from Big Trouble in Little China. So this one's interesting. So it'll be Richie first.
Me.
So.
I mean, yeah, we sort of fight scene in the Channel 4 news feed. They can hold their own. But yeah, I don't know. And yeah, up to the Wing Kong crew. Probably better, obviously. I don't know. I'll go Channel 4 News Group team. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
I'm going against my own logic here because Wing Kong Crew would definitely be winning Hell in a Cell, but okay, Channel 4 News.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't.
sure.
I don't
Well,
know if the
Austin.
Wing Kong Crew would win because Jack Burton's a fuck up and a buffoon, and who acts
Yeah.
brave, but he's not. He screws it up all the time. Like he doesn't even know how to take the safety off his gun, and he loses most
Yeah.
of his fights. His little sidekick,
Yep.
I forget his name, like does most of the work. But don't underestimate Brick being able to just pull out a grenade out of nowhere and walk around and scare everybody. So I'll take the news crew.
Yeah. Let's see. Probably this one's tough because I mean the Wing Kong Crew, I mean they literally have like some kind of magic. I mean like Victor Wong's character, like either Victor Wong or James Hong. One of them does.
No,
magic,
James
but-
Hong has the magic. Victor Wong doesn't have the
Okay.
magic.
Okay,
No.
yeah, so that's it. Yeah, but yeah, so they have that and like Kurt Russell's pretty scrappy in it, but I mean I think overall though, yeah, like I really like the Channel 4 news team from Anchorman. I mean like not only on like who would win in a fight, but just like who's funnier and more entertaining overall. So yeah, I'll just go with Anchorman. Tim, what do you think?
We're on the notion that Brick will always have the ability to pull out a grenade out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Never underestimate a person with a grenade. So going with the Channel 4 news team.
Or a trident, which we don't know
Yeah,
where
yeah.
to get the trident.
He actually stabs her with a trident. Yeah, yeah. But Sarah, are you gonna go with Anchorman or Big Trouble in Little China?
I've never seen any of this, but I would do want to see Anchorman, so I'll go pick that one.
Yeah, well, we've got some movies to watch together, Sarah. I gotta show you some of this. Yep, but Malcolm, what are you gonna go with?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see someone do a reenactment of this fight. It could probably be bonkers and off the wall.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, I'm going for Channel 4 News Team because like if Brick can somehow manage to get a gun from the future, who knows what? I think he's already got magic, so he could
He might
counter
already
James
have
Hong's
one
magic.
just on him, and we just don't know.
Yeah,
It's very possible he just has a phaser on him or something. I don't know.
yeah.
In his pocket.
He's a wild card for sure, but
Mhm.
I think it's gonna be Anchorman, right? Is that what it's at? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Anchorman. All right. You're the Death Eaters from Harry Potter, which Professor Snape is like a pseudo Death Eater. I don't know if he's fully a Death Eater, but he's kind of with them. Going up against the crew from Fury. So, yeah. So it'll be Austin this time.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, I'm not a Harry Potter guy, so I don't even know really what the Death Eaters do. I couldn't tell you, but I love Fury. And, those guys work really well as a crew, man. They were able to take out a very superior Howitzer tank, German tank, using strategy and their brains rather than their firepower. So I'm going to take the Fury guys are really scrappy, so I'm going to take the Fury crew.
Yeah, like this one's kind of tough because I think they maybe be pretty formidable, but like just because I'd like to see the crew from Fury actually take out the Death Eaters and they're the second armored division is what they're officially call them, but yeah, like I think it'd be really cool to just see them like they're all inside this tank and like maybe they have grenades and they're like chucking grenades over at the Death Eaters and they can't seem to penetrate the armor on the tank. Like I think that'd be fun. So I'll go with the second armored division from Fury. Tim?
I mean, it's firepower versus magic, and I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
Shia LaBeouf's very
I don't know.
religious in that movie. He could pray over them, and our God.
Yeah.
he prays a lot.
yeah. I mean,
Didn't shower for a
Well-
week, so he's scrappy.
I mean, just by going off just logic, I mean, never underestimate magic, with a big gun. So, unfortunately, I have to go for me. It has to go with the Death Eaters.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, you gonna go with the the Death Eaters from Harry Potter or the crew from Fury?
So I'm a biggest fan of Draco Malfoy and Severus Snape, so I'll pick Death Eaters.
Yeah. I mean, even for them alone. So yeah. Malcolm, what are you gonna go for?
Yeah, I mean, I've got no doubt that the fairy guys can root together to and all that, but I'm going to go for Death Eaters because essentially, like, I'd like to see the army try to counter Avada Kedavra, and because with one blow of that, they're not going to survive. I think the only thing which could happen is if Snape changes sides mid battle and helps Fury, but I'm still going to go Death Eaters.
Well, I mean, those guys could easily turn on each other. They're all kind of in it for themselves.
Yeah. Also, I would love to see someone try to conjure up some kind of Patronus, and then the tank just like runs it over and flat. Like that'd be pretty funny. But Richie,
Snape does more babyface or heel turns in the Big Show. So you never know. I do have to think I do have to go with Death Eaters here. Just I think they would. I just think they would reign victorious. But yeah, I do like Fury though. So
yeah, sounds good. Well, it would be the Death Eaters. Moving on. We have up next the crew from the Hobbit. So just like all the dwarfs and Bilbo and Gandalf. Yeah. So they do have magic a little bit because they got Gandalf there. But going up against the Hoover family from Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunday? Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sunday on there. Sorry, that was a typo. But the funny thing is, every graphic that I tried to find, they're all like frowning and look like they're like pissed off.
Well, I mean, they're not very happy.
Yeah.
They're on a shitty road trip. I wouldn't be happy either.
Yeah. Sometimes Abigail Breslin is smiling, but she's only one. But let's see.
You, Jordan.
Is it me first? Okay. Yeah. Well, like I was almost all set to go with the Hobbit, but I'm not a big fan of the Hobbit, and like just way too many dwarfs. Like that. Like I just get like all the names confused. Like Dwarlin, Morlin, Gorlin, Dwelly, Gilly, Billy, like whatever it is. Like I just like don't even know like any of the names besides Thorn, Oakenshield. That's the only one. So, and yeah, and I just think that I have a little fun with Little Miss Sunshine and like their family and like their depressing ways. Like I just think that they're like really entertaining. And when I watch that ensemble versus the Hobbit ensemble, I'm way more entertained by Little Miss Sunshine. So I'm gonna go with that. So, Tim, what do you think?
Well, I mean, the Hoover family is definitely an interesting bunch of group of a little bit of a dysfunctional people, but I mean, when you're looking at just hobbits, I mean, well, I mean, for me, I mean, if you're gonna ask me why I choose this adventuring group from the Hobbit, you would assume that I would say because of the dwarves, but for me, I mean, the reason why I'm going with the Hobbit is never underestimate Bilbo Baggins. I mean, you never know, what he can do, and for me, it's good. Sure. It's a clear pick for me. The crew from the adventuring party from the Hobbit.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Sarah, you're gonna go with the Hobbit or the family from Little Miss Sunshine?
Well, I never seen Miss Sunshine, so I picked the Hobbits.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, in the book of the Hobbit, like Bilbo always finds a way to disappear just before all the big battles ever happened in the books. I believe that is slightly different in the movies, but look, I like Little Miss Sunshine. I think the crew is good, and they come together when the time suits them to sort of help out. But in a fight, I don't think the family are going to fare really well when you've got dwarves with axes and weapons and stuff. So I'm going to go the Hobbit.
It is true. They got swords and axes and all that stuff. Yeah. but Richie, what do you think?
I'm still laughing at Lewis Sunday. I think that's funny.
Yeah. Lewis Sunday. Yeah. Makes him seem almost less formidable.
Yeah. Yeah, this is no contest. Who family kind of, I mean, you classic dysfunctional American family. They're not going to go. They're not going to fare very well. This is a mismatch. They're not going to fare well against the crew of the Hobbit. And Steve Carell is more likely to hurt himself than anybody else.
That is true. Yeah, he's suicidal.
So, what's Abigail Breslin going to do? Put on a very,
Put on a little dance show or something. Yeah,
a little creepy dance show at a pageant.
Yeah.
She'll be the distraction.
Yeah. Most of the families gets the hell out of there. Yeah.
So yeah, Hobbit.
Yeah.
I don't care much for either, but my only logic is I like Martin Freeman as Bilbo, and yeah, they're all a little small. They can run around and hide in different crevices, and create distractions of their own, throw dishes around or whatever the hell they do. So I'll go with the Hobbit.
Yeah. All right. So the Hobbit. Then we have the New Mutants. Going up against the Power Rangers specifically for.
Why did you even bother with the New Mutants? Nobody gives a shit.
Well, I mean, they do have powers. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, come on. Just put the Power Rangers through and let's move on. What are we doing?
The Power Rangers is specifically from the first Power Rangers movie because I had the other version of the Power Rangers on the last tournament. So yeah, but then we're going to go for New Mutants because I'll just put it through. That's fun. New Mutants.
Could anybody name any of those New Mutants at all?
Anya Taylor-Joy, Macy Williams.
Yeah,
Magic is definitely one of them. Elania Rasputin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Come on, guys.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a no contest at this point.
It's a no contest.
Yeah.
The shit.
Are you gonna watch that reunion movie?
Yeah. When does it air?
Yeah.
It's gotta air this month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's next April 23rd.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if we had to name all the Power Rangers, I could name the actors and the.
I can name the characters. Can name Zach, Kimberly, Jason, Tommy. Is it Trini?
Well, in that movie, it's
Trini and Billy.
It's not Trini. It's the black chick. It's Aisha.
Oh, okay, because she's already passed away.
Is that what it was? I think it was Ashley. Yeah.
Oh,
But
I thought they were just called yellow, blue, white, green, red, pink.
they have names, but
listen, it's assigned by race. Okay, get it right. All right, it's the black one. It's the yellow Asian
one. Pink one is the girl.
Yeah.
The white guy is the leader. The pink girl.
Yeah.
And the yellow one because she's Asian.
Yeah.
And the blue one.
The good thing Jason wasn't Native American because that would have been a little awkward.
But Tommy's brother technically was.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah. We have the St. Elmo's Fire cast, which is just like a good ensemble from the 80s, going up against it's the crew from the Icarus 2 from Sunshine, that movie Sunshine. So
that's the movie you like.
Yeah, the one that I can't stand. I watched that movie. Oh, that movie's bad. With a great cast though. The cast is great, and it just didn't work for me. But and is it Tim first? I think it's Tim.
Yeah, it's him. Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. So, I mean, I think just from looking at these two, there's a group of people I just want to hang out with and have a good time with. I have to be with, or at least be in good company with. I'll just go the St. Elmo's Firecast. I mean, I just find myself in better company with those guys.
Yeah, like Rob Lowe, he's a lot of fun. Emilio, Judd Nelson. I mean, yeah. Ali Sheedy, yeah. But But Sarah, are you going to go with the St. Elmo's Fire cast or the Sunshine Crew, which is a sci-fi movie? If you haven't seen it, they're like trying to get to the sun to fix.
Yeah, you should watch it with Jordan. He'll like it.
Oh man, I can tell you how bad that movie is. But yeah, St. Elmo's Fire or Sunshine.
I've never seen both of them, so I'm gonna pick the top one.
St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, these are more like kind of not really obscure movies, but I mean, I understand that you haven't seen these ones though.
Mhm.
So, but Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, so I mean, do you have any more of Chris Evans' teams in here?
Actually, there might be
because I'm
one or
pretty
two
sure you
more.
should still have the
Do
Fantastic
you
Four
have
coming out.
what do you have? The evil X's from Scott Pilgrim. He's one of those.
Knives
that's not
Out.
there, but I think
Knives Out is
Fantastic
probably
Four
bound
is
to come
coming
up at some stage because that
Yeah.
wasn't in the first one.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. So,
Man, easy. Pick a team, Chris.
Yeah. Jesus.
But
What a
that being said, like
Yeah.
I haven't seen St. Elmo's Fire. I actually do enjoy Sunshine. I think it's pretty underrated, so I'm gonna go Sunshine.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen St. Elmo's Fire. Sunshine is good, despite some critics on this panel. And it's, it's got a Rose Byrne. I'd like to hang out with Rose Byrne. She's Australian, and so yeah, Sunshine.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say you can have
Awesome.
Chris Evans on a duo with Lightyear and Socks recently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I mean, he could be part of the Knives
Should have
Out,
done that.
assholes of that family. But yeah, I haven't seen St. Elmo's Fire. I'll get around to it eventually. But I like Sunshine. That's a good movie, so I'll go with Sunshine.
Yeah. Well. So I watched St. Elmo's Fire for the first time for this. It's really hard to find. I'm sorry, I had to pirate it. Like I couldn't find it anywhere. But and like these characters are like very unlikable. Like one of them is just a total drug addict. One of the main girls. Then Emilio Estevez is like some kind of stalker guy that stalks this chick all the way up into the mountains where he gets like caught in like some kind of snowstorm and he's like really angry the whole time. You have Rob Lowe, just a total drunk, and he's doing cocaine and like crazy stuff. And then like even like Judd Nelson is obsessed with the girl that he's dating and like wants to marry her, but the girl doesn't want to get married, and he's one of those real pushy guys. So they're all like very unlikable. Like it's just I don't know. So like for as much as I don't like the movie Sunshine, I actually really do like the crew. I mean. You have Cillian Murphy, you have Michelle Yeoh in there, you have Hiroyuki Sanada, you have Benedict Wong in there, Chris Evans. So like it's a great crew. So the crew overall works. I just wish the movie worked more, but I'll go for the Sunshine Crew. Yeah.
All right. It's the Sunshine.
So it'll be the Sunshine. All right. Cool.
Let's say he's also
Sunshine,
part of the crew that tries to steal the test scores in the perfect score. That forgettable movie.
Oh yeah, I could have put that one on there. So actually, that movie is a guilty pleasure for me because
the only other one is he's part of the football team, the Jocks, and Not Another Teen Movie. So there you go.
Oh yeah. Well, so I had The Hobbit twice. I don't know why. So let's just put through the other one.
Oh, that's
Tombstone.
fine because I like the Tombstone Crew.
I don't know why I had them twice.
That's fine.
So
put through fucking Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp and all those guys from Tombstone, anyways, because those guys.
Yeah, so we'll talk about them next.
Yeah, just go with
Next
Tombstone.
round.
I mean, no matter whoever.
Yeah,
no matter whoever goes up against them in that first round, it would probably still be Wyatt Earp and Cole.
It'd be Tombstone.
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna win it. So here
they,
you go.
they have the better mustaches anyway. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, right.
Look at that facial hair.
Well, that's what happens when you put this together quick as you can. So yeah, so Fantastic Four up against the Kung Fu Panda team. So
the Furious Five.
Yeah, but they call the
Fantastic
Furious
Four.
Five, even though there's more than five. But
I mean, it's the Furious Five plus Poe who joins later. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's
I mean, can we just put through Furious 5? Because I mean,
who's
that
gonna vote for
specific
that
Fantastic
Fan
Four.
Yeah, the fantastic, the Fantastic that has no chemistry. They
don't have any chemistry.
They don't like
They're cool
each other.
powers,
They
but that's
clearly
it.
Yeah.
clearly don't like each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Just go with
No,
Kung Fu
no, the
Panda.
Kung Fu Panda crew is a lot of fun, and they all have a good,
Yeah.
good acting and good voice casting, and they work together. So yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I just wanna-
they have my vote as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to have that Fantastic for the potential that they go against the other Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's only a curiosity because it's like another Michael B. Jordan like
That's the end of
early
that
thing
round.
before he was kind of like super famous, before Creed and everything.
Making really good time.
Yeah, well, let's keep making good time. Then I can stick around.
Yeah. yeah. So on this side, we'll see what we got over here. We have the heavyweights.
heavyweights
crew.
crew,
I just threw in Ben Stiller for fun because he's fun. But
Just call them the fat
going
kids
up
from the fat
against, from camp, whatever the camp is called. But going up against the original Star Trek crew. So Kirk and Spock and all those guys. So
Yeah.
right. And Sarah, you'll be up first. So you want to go with the OG Star Trek crew or the heavyweights?
Star Trek.
Yeah. Sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not that high on Heavyweights movie at all. I do think it's a fun movie, but I've got to go Star Trek overall.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, in a fight, I don't think stamina is on the heavyweight side, and I think they will they'll pass out due to diabetes. So
Yeah.
I'll go.
And they
I'll go.
Hey, listen, they're trying to lose weight, Richie. Okay, they're trying.
Yeah,
They're trying.
They're
but,
trying their best.
They're going up against very
Very
intelligent
seasoned
people.
pros. Yeah.
Seasoned pros. So,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, they would need Ben Stiller on their side to even stand a chance. So,
Mhm.
yeah, but Austin?
Yeah, it's funny. Even though I'm more of an next-gen guy and I like heavyweights as a movie, I think as a crew, the Star Trek, I like the crew. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not as big a fan of the actual movies, the original movies, but I still like that cast. I like the characters, and and they're they're a crew, and they've taken out a lot of things. So yeah, I'll take Star Trek on this one.
Yeah, like I'm basically the same way. Like, because as an overall movie, I like heavyweights way better than any of the OG Star Trek movies. But because I grew up with it, it's a lot of fun. But as an overall crew, yeah, like these guys are like a family almost. Especially Kirk and Spock, they're like brothers, and then like throwing McCoy that he's pretty close with too. Like and yeah, they just work really, really well together. So as a crew, I think they're the better crew. So I'll go with the Star Trek crew. Yeah. Tim?
Yeah, it's pretty much a clear as crystal decision here. I'm going with the OG Star Trek crew.
Yeah, it's got to be Star Trek.
Was Next Gen in the first part, or are they in this one as well?
I believe they were.
On the first one?
Yeah, they're in the first part. Yep.
Because I think they went up against the Fellowship or something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that makes sense. So we have the sequel crew. So like Ray and Poe and Finn and all those guys
Right.
going up against the Royal Tenenbaum, which is just like another like crazy ensemble movie that's on here. So it just depends which one you like more. Malcolm. Might be a no contest. We could just put through Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, I actually do pretty much like the sequel trilogy. I think it's good. Like, it's got its quirks, but Real 10 was one of my favorite. Is one of my favorite Wes Anderson movies. And just because I don't really want to see this get too Star Wars heavy on lines in the finals, I'm gonna go Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, Royal Tenenbaums got the bigger ensemble crew, but that is part of the course with a Wes Anderson film.
Yeah.
However, I'm going with the fight logic. They're going to get the shit kicked out of them. I mean, even though I don't think Gene Hackman can die at this point.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna live. You know, he's just gonna live forever. So, but I'll go Star Wars sequel.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've made my thoughts on Wes Anderson very clear on these shows. That I saw this one movie. I saw Rowan Tenenbaums like 20 years ago. Once I haven't gone back to it. And as much as the drop off is very significant after The Force Awakens for me, as far as where that trilogy went, and I don't give a shit about a Rey movie set 15 years after Rise of
Yeah,
Skywalker.
come on. What are we doing?
No, thank you. I still like some of the individual characters, especially in The Force Awakens. So I'll still go with Star Wars. Plus, if you put through Star Wars, you'll get a nice little Star Wars versus Star Trek match in the next round. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to be there at Star Wars Celebration when they announced that the Rey movie, to like some booze or a very dull roar, like it's not very loud, just like okay, some people like it.
At
Most
this
people
point,
don't.
with Kathleen Kennedy's track record, there's about an 80% chance that movie won't happen anyways. So
Yeah, right. They're gonna announce all this stuff that's never gonna happen. So
I feel like that 8% you're talking about, that's probably more for the James Mangold one. I mean, I think
maybe in the Filoni one, who knows? Yeah.
yeah.
I think Filoni will go through. I wouldn't put that.
Or the
You've got such an
Taika one, that
expansive
maybe might not
universe, and
happen.
you've got like such an expansive universe to explore, and you keep treading that water. But anyway,
Yeah, right.
Let's keep doing this shit, even though we've got dozens of great stories and different time periods you can dive into. But let's keep going with this shit that nobody cares about.
Yeah, even the books and the comics and all that, like
Yeah.
you pull from that.
Yeah.
But so surprise, surprise, I actually watched the Royal Tenenbaums for the first time. I watched a Wes Anderson movie because out of all the Wes Anderson movies, even though I can't stand Wes Anderson, I've made my thoughts very clear. People always tell me that there's one that I might like that might be the Royal Tenenbaums. I'll just say I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it either. Like it's a very neutral level. Like neutral, like about a 5 out of 10 is the highest I can ever give a Wes Anderson movie. Like this one's passable. I mean, I probably like Gene Hackman's character out of all the characters the most. Because like he's Gene freaking Hackman. He's probably the best actor on that whole crew. So, but yeah, you got to go with the Star Wars prequels, though. I mean, just like Rey alone. I mean,
I think you mean sequels, right?
Oh yeah, sequel. Sorry. Yeah, sequel. That's what I meant. Yeah. So yeah, and like throw in a bunch of like even some of the old favorites that come back. Luke and Han Solo and Leia. So yeah, we'll go with the sequel crew. Tim.
Yeah. So basically, from being among these people, I mean, as probably the only Star Wars: The Last Jedi fan here, and someone who enjoys 2/3 of the sequel trilogy and is actually excited for the continuation of Rey's story. Well, probably the only one here, but
I am. I'm also excited for it.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
No, thanks.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Give me Star Wars sequel crew every day, all day, 100%.
Yeah, they have really cool characters though. They just didn't really use them right. But Sarah, you with the Star Wars sequel crew or the Royal Tenenbaums?
The Star Wars one.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm.
Malcolm went first. Yeah.
Oh, went first. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be Star Wars. Yeah, I almost just put it through, but I'm like, I wanted to talk about that. I watched that movie. With the Cool Runnings team, the Jamaican bobsled team, going up against the Muppets, so, which could span several different movies. I'm not doing any one specifically.
I wouldn't mind a crossover movie actually.
Just have the Muppets doing the bobsled.
Yeah, remake the Cool Runnings movie just with the Muppets crew.
With the Muppets
in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Who'll be the human person you'd keep from Cool Runnings?
John Candy. Just bring him back.
Yeah.
just have him at a hologram.
Because John Candy, I think I could have seen if John Candy had been alive, I could have seen John Candy in a Muppets movie. Honestly,
Yeah.
Or he actually would have been a good fit for like a character in a Muppets movie. I think he would have worked great.
Yeah, or just have him with like the "Don't touch me" guys. Some of the Muppets keep rubbing up against it. Don't touch me, man. Yeah, but Richie, you're first. So
Yeah. Look, in a fight, I don't know. I feel like the Cool Rank seems too nice to get into a fight. I think, while
Except for Yul Brenner. Yul Brenner will fight you.
you'll
Yeah.
Brenner fight, yeah, sure. And look, and I think there's some skeeving Muppets in there, especially
it is the don't
Statler and Water. I think the old curmudgeons. I think they'll get you. Sam the Eagle. I reckon he'd fuck you up.
Dr. Teeth.
Animal, bit of a crazy
Animal.
a bit of a nut job. Swedish chef. You never know what he's gonna do.
Well, some meat
Got a freaking
cleavers.
scientist then.
Yeah. Beaker. I think he's a bit of a nut guy, and So and Miss Piggy, she's got a temper too. So I'm gonna
She
go.
knows pig fu or kung fu, whatever the hell she does.
Yeah.
Not be in your face. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, maybe. Even Kermit would just bash him with his banjo, So, but Austin.
Yeah, even as a crew, the Muppets have endured as a crew for 40, 50 years. I think they're a little more iconic just as a group and fun with their dynamic and their chemistry. The Cool Runnings is a good movie, a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Muppets pretty easily here.
Yeah, and the overall movie, I like Cool Runnings better than probably any Muppet movie out there. But the Muppets are a lot of fun, and overall, yeah, they stood the test of time. And actually, I'm kind of looking forward to the new Muppet series. I think it's a series, right? Where they're going to do Rock Band with Animal and Dr. Teeth or whatever the guy is it Dr. Teeth? I think that's his name, something like that. But yeah, so that looks cool. So yeah, I'll go with the Muppets. Yeah. Tim, what do you think?
Oh, as much as I enjoy seeing the Jamaican bobsled team, and even in their most recent Winter Olympics that they did, they just only came out as a participants in that one. But as I enjoy, would like to see more of.
They lost. They fucked it up.
Back then and in the most recent Winter Olympics, unfortunately. But there are such a chill vibes I have in those among the bobsled teams, but for me, I'll just go with the Muppets.
Yeah, but I always got to show off my little Irvin Blitzer guy. Yeah. So maybe if he was still alive, it'd give me more enthusiasm. But Sarah, you're gonna go with Cool Runnings or the Muppets?
I've never seen the top one, but I like the characters of the Muppets.
Yeah. Sounds good. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Muppets.
Yeah. So it's gonna be the Muppets. Well, did you go, Richie?
Yeah, I went the Muppets.
You were first, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about Animal and the wild cards.
Yeah, and all that.
Yeah, let them off the leash.
I always thought that Sam the Eagle looks like J.K. Simmons.
Yeah,
kind of does a little. Yeah. We did the Stand By Me crew, the 4 kids there going up against the Knives Out. The suspect from Knives Out.
Yeah, I told you, Chris Evans is part of every crew.
Yeah, Chris Evans, right? There he is again.
Yeah,
been here 5 times, but it'll be Austin first.
Yeah, I've said I like the Knives Out sequel, The Glass Onion, way better than the original one. I couldn't tell you any of those guys' names or any of that. And they're scheming against each other. They don't work well as a crew. They'll literally stab each other in the back. But the Stand By Me crew, they find a dead body together. They stick with each other, and they're good friends. So I'll go with Stand By Me.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is kind of low key tough. I do like the Glass Onion better, but I like a lot of these characters, especially Daniel Craig is the inspector or whatever. I always forget his name, but yeah. So it is fun for me. The movie was a little predictable. I know it wasn't for everyone. I predicted this one way more than Glass Onion, but probably yeah. I think that Stand By Me is just classic. So and the 4 kids just work together really well. They stand up for each other, even when you have Kiefer Sutherland and all his bullies coming up. They're willing to stand up to him even with a gun. So yeah, let's go Stand By Me. So, Tim, what do you think?
Well, I mean, the suspects from Knives Out. I mean, they'll probably be more backstabby than the Italian mobster crew from Goodfellas. So,
Yeah, they might turn
yeah,
on themselves. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. For me, I'll just go with what y'all said and just go with the Stand By Me crew.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, you know, with Knives Out or Stand By Me, which one you want?
Stand by me.
Yeah. Sounds good. Malcolm.
I was going to go Knives Out because I kind of want the Chris Evans Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Listen, he can't be in every crew, okay? Like, you know, you can try to.
Look, we had a final four of all Chris Evans.
And literally, I'm just waiting for you to put up the 7 evil X's from Scott Pilgrim, and the cycle will be complete. But you know,
Yeah, right. If only, but
yeah.
But what do you go for, Malcolm? What'd you vote for?
I voted for Knives Out.
Okay. Okay. So for some reason I didn't hear it.
I think
Richie.
I think as much as I love Knives Out, they're too dysfunctional. They can barely stand in the same room together, as well, much less working together on, for one common goal. So yeah, and they're all shady characters. Probably most of them aren't good people. But Stand By Me is in the title. They're all a close knit crew. So yeah, Stand By Me for sure.
Yeah, they stand by each other, literally. Yeah. So, all right, and you went first, Austin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Stand By Me. Oh, come on. Then we have the Inglourious Bastards going up against the Star Trek crew from the Kelvin timeline, the J.J. Abrams one. So
yeah,
it's me first. This one's tough because I think both of them are like pretty formidable. I mean, you got these soldiers from the Inglourious Bastards, but I mean, the Star Trek crew. I mean, yeah, they're all professionals. They graduated Starfleet Academy to be there, and it's the same way as like the OG crew, just another version of them. But they're pretty much all the same people. Just maybe like they're a little more fresh, like out of Starfleet in this iteration. But like I still think though that for me, I still gravitate a little more to the actual crew of Star Trek. Probably the overall movie, I like Inglourious Bastards better, but as a crew, I'm gonna go Star Trek. So I'll vote Star Trek. Tim, what do you think?
Well, no disrespect to Sam Levine, but I think as much as I enjoy seeing Inglourious Bastards, just beating the shit out of the Nazis, I mean, I have to go with the Kelvin timeline Star Trek crew. I mean, it's just a more fun bunch and more brilliant people to go around be with.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Sarah, you gonna go with the Star Trek crew or Inglourious Bastards?
The Star Trek crew.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Inglourious Bastards is interesting bunch of people, but that Star Trek crew as Carl Evans, I'm gonna go Star Trek crew.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mind seeing Carlin go up against Eli Roth. I think that'd be like a cool battle. But Richie, what do you think?
I love Inglourious Bastards. I like the crew. It's very random. When you think of the cast, BJ Novak's in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like the idea of. I don't know if we'll get to it, but I like the idea of original Star Trek crew versus Kelvin timeline Star Trek crew. And Inglourious Bastards might be good at killing Nazis, but I don't know, man. I feel like maybe Star Trek crew have more futuristic weapons at their disposal, so might be at a disadvantage. They might be at a disadvantage there. So I'll go Star Trek crew, even though I might like Inglourious Bastards a little bit better, but I'll go Star Trek crew.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Inglourious Bastards, even just as a movie, is kind of lower tier, like Tarantino, just for me personally. Although I think the Brad Pitt is a lot of fun and their crew is good. But I like those Star Trek movies a lot, and I like every actor in that ensemble. And a little bit of a spoiler alert: when we do our podcast about trailers, you might see some of those Star Trek trailers in there because those Star Trek trailers that we put out for those movies are fucking great. So yeah, I'll go with the Star Trek crew.
Yeah. So I guess it's going to be the Star Trek crew. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Then up next we have the Chicago 7 for that movie. That's just more of like an ensemble, but going against the Kids from the
Just picture
Sandlot.
the Sandlot and get that Chicago shit out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like-
It's a no contest, pretty
yeah,
much.
come on, the kids.
Yeah,
from the
Yeah,
Sandlot-
yeah.
The
No
Chicago
contest.
7's a good ensemble, but yeah, they don't, they don't really pose.
I
any,
mean,
like,
you're
terrible thing.
that's literally a baseball team that works together, and and also overcomes Hercules. Like, come on.
Yeah. In the Chicago
Yeah,
7,
yeah.
the Chicago 7's in a courtroom the whole time. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also too, like I can even get through the movie. Like I stopped 3/4 of the way through. I'm like, 'cause I'm not a big courtroom drama guy. So, but yeah, the Sandlot, easy. We have the Mighty Ducks. Maybe they should have gone up against the Sandlot, but
Yeah.
the Mighty Ducks
Right.
going up against the A Team. So
Mhm.
yeah, and are we back to Tim? Is that where
Tim.
we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
Well, I mean, this is interesting. I mean, well, if we're talking about the original A team, I mean that would have been a no contest for me. But I don't know. I mean, Emilio Estevez's Mighty Ducks. I can't pick against them. I mean, they're just a lovable bunch who will just do whatever it takes to win the game. And excuse me. Yeah, I mean, as much as I like the as much as I just had a good fun with the revival team of the A team, I have to stick with the OGs, and that is the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, Sarah, you gonna go with the Mighty Ducks or the A Team?
Oh, I'm not the biggest fan of the Mighty Ducks, so I'm going to pick the A team.
What? Okay. Sorry, we can't.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Dave, we gotta break
You
up
gotta
live
make
on,
it up, bro.
on
Sorry.
camera, Sarah. No,
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
The Mighty Ducks are one of my favorite, but that's fine. I forgive you. But Malcolm, what are you gonna go for?
I've said a few times on here. I'm also not the biggest fan of the Mighty Ducks, but that
Alright, you're
being
off the
said,
shirt. No.
let me vote. Otherwise, I'll vote for the A team
Sure.
out of spite.
Oh, okay.
that being said, like I do like the A team, and I think they do work decently as a team. But I think the Mighty Ducks work better as a team, so I'm going to go the
Oh.
Mighty Ducks.
See, it's
Okay.
about the team, Jordan. You gotta
Now you
listen.
redeem yourself. Okay.
You gotta
I see.
listen.
Okay.
You jumped the
Well,
gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Richie.
Mighty Ducks might work better as a team. They got the numbers advantage in a fight, though. I still think even though they got the numbers advantage, I think A team kicks their ass. Because not only do you have you've literally got a former UFC fighter on your ranks. You've got Quentin Rampage Jackson, former UFC light heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go A team here.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
you
good.
forgot something.
Awesome.
Mighty Ducks have enforcers called the Bash Brothers that would kick Quentin Rampage Jackson's ass.
Yeah.
You don't underestimate the Bash Brothers. Fulton and Portman or Portman's a bad motherfucker, man. So Ducks fly together. So I'm going with the Ducks.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I pity the fool who don't vote for the Mighty Ducks. I mean, come on, you got it. And the Mighty Ducks, not only do they have the Bash Brothers, they have like one shot from the knuckle puck from Keenan Thompson, will just knock you out cold. So
and Dwayne would round them all up with his rope. You know what I'm saying? Tie them all.
Yeah,
up
yeah,
on
like you
time
got the
and then beat
lasso.
shit out of them.
Yeah. So when the roosters are crowing and the cows are spinning circles in the pastures, ducks fly together. So let's go. The Mighty Ducks. Yeah. So it'd be the Mighty Ducks. Moving on. Let's see what else we got here. We have the crew from Tag. Going up against the crew from Interstellar. So This is what it is. So yeah, and it'll be Sarah first. So you're gonna go with tag, or you're gonna go with Interstellar Crew.
Well, I've never seen both of them, so I would pick the bottom one.
Interstellar.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Malcolm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the tag crew because they can finish their game of tag quicker than Interstellar can go into space. So tag.
Yeah. There you go. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah. For a mediocre movie, tag sure comes up a lot, doesn't it? Anyway,
Yeah, I think some people on this crew
I
are
like
really
it.
infatuated with that movie way more than everybody else on the entire internet.
yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, I
That's
don't know, like, maybe tag guys that got the youth on their side and maybe winning a fight, but I don't know. I just think Interstellar, better film. Maybe there's more cohesion there. So I will go Interstellar.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Interstellar crew is trying to save humanity. Those guys are playing a fucking children's game. Interstellar.
Yeah.
What a bunch of goddamn losers playing the 20 fucking losers.
The thing for me though, like I don't really notice like a lot of like teamwork going on in Interstellar. I mean, they got a small crew, but it's a very small crew, and it's not. I mean, they're like trying to like do something important, but still like I just feel like the friendship and the camaraderie, the way that it's portrayed in tag, like I just think that they work better as an overall team. Like I thought, well, maybe if they would have put those guys into space, it would have got it done quicker. I don't know. But so yeah, I'm gonna go with the team from Tag because it's not about the movie; it's about the team.
They'd be trying to tag each other, and they would break something on the ship and fail the mission because they're playing.
Well, I'd love to see that
instead
in space, a game of tag like that. I think that'd be fun. So, and also shout out Jeremy Renner because in the movie he's got some really agile skills. I don't think he has that in real life anymore. He's in a bit of a recovery process. So,
I like it. Did you see that? Paul Rudd said about like a fake cameo, and he said, like, "Oh, hey, buddy. Now I hear you wrapped up. Next time, wait till the snow melts."
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Well, Tim. What do you think?
Well, I mean, this is for me just a pick between the best of each crew. I mean, for me, it's Jeremy Renner versus Matthew McConaughey, and I mean Jeremy Renner. Let's just say that Jeremy Renner has those moves, but I don't know. I just can't go against my fellow Texan Matthew McConaughey. So I'm going with Interstellar Crew. I mean, and they run to make the team of space adventurers.
Yeah, with a little love for Tag, but it'll be Interstellar.
Very, very little love for Tag.
Well, two of us voted, but you're the Hateful Eight. So there's an ensemble for you right there, going up against the Lost Boys.
Okay.
So,
but which group? Are we talking the vampires? Or are we talking like the Frog Brothers and you know what I mean? Like it's
either one. I mean, I just threw them both
like
up there.
Versus. Because even in the Hateful Eight, it's like John Ruth and Major kind of against the Dahmergru gang. Like it's
with Channing Tatum and all them,
They're both kind of have a versus going on, so it just depends which one you like more. So so it'll be Malcolm first. You can go.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of these ensembles you could have broken down more. Like the Star Wars could have broken into like First Order, Rebels and all that as well. But I haven't seen the Lost Boys, but just because I'm not the biggest fan of the Hateful Eight, I'm going to vote the Lost Boys.
Yeah,
there you.
Well, Richie, what are you going to go?
This is a bit tough for me because I like the Lost Boys a lot. But I don't know. Maybe it's more recency bias because I watched Hateful Eight kind of recently. I really like the cast in Hateful Eight, like the crew. So I'll go Hateful Eight.
Yeah. Austin?
I mean, you probably know where I'm going, but I will say if you put the Frog Brothers in a duos thing, like in that tournament, I'd probably vote for them because I do like them as a duo. And
Yeah.
they're a lot of fun. But I think the Hateful Eight, that whole cast and characters have a lot of great chemistry in that movie, and they work well together. So I'll go with the Hateful Eight.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough, but I think the thing that just puts it over that you have actual vampires that are gonna just go take out all the crew of the Hateful Eight, even with their guns. They're like impervious to guns, and I just like the Lost Boys. I think that it's a lot of fun, and yeah, and like Hateful Eight is good. I like it, but I'll go with the Lost Boys. So, Tim, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's just going off, knowing the film, and it's kind of funny how, personally, for me, I just find it funny that the Hateful Eight is basically the eighth film made by Quentin Tarantino. So, interesting coincidence there. But that aside, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen The Lost Boys, so I just have to go by default with the Hateful Eight for that one.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, are you going to go with the Hateful Eight or the Lost Boys?
Well, I've never seen the Hateful Eight, but it's been a long time I've seen The Lost Boys, so I picked The Lost Boys.
Yeah, the Lost Boys is a classic still. So I think it's the Lost Boys, right?
No, we have a first tie in a while, and it's goes to Sarah. You can put there either one.
Oh, so which one you want to go with, Sarah?
The Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
All right, the Lost Boys it is. Sounds
Sounds
good.
good. As tough as they are, they get taken out by a bunch of kids. Just saying.
Yeah.
A bunch of little children take them out, but I'm just saying.
I'm a bit sad
That's
that
true.
maybe Tarantino's last film, I'll put that as in parentheses because I don't think isn't gonna. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be like a bloodshed movie because it's gonna be called The Critic. So,
The movie critic. Yeah.
Oh,
movie
really?
critic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Huh?
Yeah. Unless
So,
the movie critic
get your
just,
synopsis.
turns into a serial killer and massacres a bunch of people at the end of it. Something goes crazy
Yeah.
because of all the feedback on Twitter and just kind of starts killing people.
Yeah. With the crew from Tropic Thunder, right there, going up against
American
the crew
Pie.
from American Pie.
Just
So,
odd.
so yeah, this one I don't know if it's so much about the fight; it's just about which one you like better. But it could be. Just depends. So Richie, you're up first.
Of course, it would be. It is interesting in the American Pie thing. Like you think, okay, out of all of them, probably the biggest star to come out of that would be Sean William Scott or maybe Jason Biggs.
Yeah.
But you never thought that the biggest star to come out of that probably at this point was Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah.
Or even
we
what's her
do.
name? Allison Hannigan was on How I Met Your Mother for like 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's on that
Yeah.
Penn and Teller show as well.
Yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
at least they've had like steady gigs for like 10 years. And Jason Biggs showed up for like one season of Orange is the New Black, and that was like it,
and Natasha Lyonne was on more seasons of that
on
show.
other
That's kind of-
and on other Netflix shows like that other one she's on with the time loop thing or whatever.
yeah, and she's
Yeah.
she's on a Ryan Johnson TV show, the Poker Face.
To be
Yeah.
fair, Eugene Levy had a few seasons of Schitt's Creek since.
Well, Eugene Levy's been working for 40 years, so
Yeah, he was already famous before this movie came out.
yeah.
But Jason Biggs, I mean, he had a few little sitcoms, but they always get canceled. And I'll always watch them. I'll tune in. He had a CBS one for a little bit, and then got canceled after 8 episodes.
And then
something like that.
what's his name? The Ox guy that nobody talks about other than these movies.
Yeah, he's not really doing anything.
Yeah, Chris what's his
Klein,
name?
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Klein, yeah.
Yeah.
But who are you gonna go with, Richie?
Yeah, I don't know. I might go the fight argument again. Look, like the American Pie guy, crew, I don't know, kind of crew. But yeah, in a fight, I think they'd be strong. I think Tropic Thunder crew have got them. Even though they're dysfunctional, I think they'll find a way to take them out. So I'll go Tropic Thunder, and I love the Tropic Thunder crew anyway.
Yeah. Well, sounds good. Austin, what are you
But
gonna
once
go with?
again, much like Galaxy Quest, Richie, the Tropic Thunder crew are a bunch of fake ass actors with fake
Oh yeah.
guns. So,
Yeah.
I don't think they actually know how to do any of that shit. And they got fake guns and fake weapons, and they just act tough. But when the shit hits the fan, I think Tom Cruise is way tougher than all of them as Les Grossman. I think he could actually fight them.
Yeah.
The producer would. So I'm actually going to go with the American Pie crew because they're a team and they work through some issues and they stick together. So I'm going to go American Pie.
Yeah, I mean, like the Tropic Thunder crew, like at sometimes they're even kind of at odds with each other, arguing on the set, like just that kind of stuff, and
When you've got a lunatic Australian
Um,
actor who's doing blackface, who's out of his fucking mind.
yeah, doing blackface, going full retard or whatever, or like never going it, he's yelling at other people not to do it, but
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, but the American Pie crew, yeah, like I really dig them together. I think that they all have really good chemistry. There's a reason why they put out like what 5 movies or something like that, and they're even talking about another one. So.
Four main movies and then a whole bunch of spin-offs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
talking
technically,
about
a lot of
including them.
direct-to-video spin-offs.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, they got four main movies and 5 spin-offs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really count like the spin-offs because like Eugene Levy might show up a couple times, but that's it. So, but yes, but even with those though, like people keep going back to see these movies because they like the crew, they like the chemistry, and they have fun with it. So I'll go with American Pie. Yeah. Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if the actors in the Tropical Thunder crew were just not like if it actually is like the real Tropical Thunder movie with the real real soldiers in that movie, I mean, it would have been a whole different story. But because it's a bit of a a satire film about actors trying to do a Vietnam War film against probably the most iconic cast of teenage actors in American Pie. For me, I'm just going with the one from American Pie.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, are you gonna go with the Tropic Thunder crew or the American Pie crew?
American Pie crew.
Yeah. Sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
One thing I didn't realize when I was going through the cast list for American Pie, Casey Affleck was in the first movie.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, he played a character called Tom in it. I don't think it was a major
Probably just
character
a
anyway.
cameo or something. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm got to go American Pie.
Yeah. So I think it'll be American Pie. Moving on. We still have the Charlie Company. That's from Black Hawk Down. So it's like all those soldiers from Black Hawk Down.
Glass Onion.
Yeah, going up against Glass Onion. So, and this one it'll be Austin first.
Yeah, I'm ashamed to say I own the Blu-ray, but I've never sat down and watched Black Hawk Down. I need to get to that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I kind of by default I'm gonna go with Glass Onion. But Batista's in the Glass Onion crew, so I'll go with that. And one of his better, again, one of his better roles, proving that he's the best wrestler actor today. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Black Hawk Down. It has something to do with like Somalia. It's like the soldiers going into Somalia or something like that. But and it's funny. The first time that I watched Black Hawk Down, so like we had this thing where like in my church growing up, they strongly like suggest it wasn't like an actual rule from our church, but they don't really like us watching R-rated movies, and so went to this church camp. I remember my friend's dad came up and they had a TV in their van, this big giant van. So we all snuck away and we watched Black Hawk Down in the van, and then we had to like hide it from like all of our camp people because they didn't want us watching an R-rated movie. Ooh, oh my gosh! So yeah, we did that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Glass Onion. I like it better than the first one, and I think that they have great chemistry, even though like the characters don't always get along. That's just the characters, but the actors, I think they all have good chemistry within each other. So yeah, I'll go with Glass Onion. Tim, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as someone that's seen both Glass Onion and Knives Out and thought they were pretty much like the next chapter on brilliant whodunit films. For me, I have to go. As much as I enjoy seeing the chemistry about the people in Black Hawk Down. For me, Glass Onions, the chemistry between the actors and the actresses is just top notch, and I have to pick the Glass Onion for me.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, you go with the Black Hawk Down or Glass Onion?
Well, I've never seen both of them, so but from these pictures, the bottom one looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, Glass Onion. Sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, my vote's going to be either So Dumb It's Brilliant or Just Dumb. But I'm going to go Glass Onion.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie.
Yeah, yeah. While the characters in Glass Onion might be dysfunctional, so they probably wouldn't work as a team in that respect. They're good and they've got great chemistry as actors, and I think they're just a more memorable team in that regard. So I'll go Glass Onion.
Yeah, I will say thank you for your service, soldiers that fought in that Somalia conflict. But Glass Onion is moving on. Then we have the crew from Ocean's 11. So they're a pretty big ensemble going up against the Ladomas family from Ready or Not. So, and this time it'll be me first. And yeah, for me, like it's almost a no contest here because Ocean's 11, like they're iconic. I mean, there's so many amazing actors that are in there, from George Clooney to Brad Pitt. You got Don Cheadle in there, Matt Damon, like just a really cool Bernie Mac, like Casey Affleck. Like it goes on, and like I'm just not a big fan of these movies where the family gets together and tries to kill each other. Like I just don't really get the point of those movies. Maybe they're fun for some people. I mean, but like that being said, out of all the movies like that, this is one of the better ones to do it. But still, I got to go with Ocean's 11. So, Tim, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I think if you just put them in, like head to head, I mean, the Amish family. I mean, even though they're like skilled hunt, they may be good at hunting. They're kind of a bit of a dysfunctional. While Ocean 11, the crew, they would just be in sync with each other, like in a snap. And also behind the scene, I mean, yeah, this is a great, probably one of the best ensemble of actors for one of the best heist movies ever made in Ocean's 11. So for that, I'm going with the crew from Ocean's 11.
Yeah, sounds good. Sarah, you're gonna go with the crew from Ocean's 11 or the family from Ready or Not?
I've seen both of them, but I was not the biggest fan of the bottom one. But I
Sure.
like the characters of Ocean's 11, so I'm going to pick that one.
Yeah. There's one thing about Sarah, if you guys don't know. No, she's a big horror fan. So yeah, we've been like giving each other horror movie suggestions. But Malcolm, what do you think?
The Ladomas family will be too busy fighting among themselves to focus on the Ocean's crew, so Ocean's 11.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie.
Well, it's fun that John Mulaney joke about how they can never do an Ocean's female movie because two people would keep breaking off to talk shit about the other nine. Kind of funny in hindsight considering there was an Ocean's female. It was Ocean's 8 though. But yeah, I think there'll be a lot of infighting with the Ladomas family, and even if there wasn't any infighting, I think Ocean's them recruited that they just work in tandem. They're way too intelligent, and they'll be able to outsmart the Ladomas family very quite easily. And just a great ensemble. I think that this team up would be actually a pretty formidable team in the tournament, actually. So I'll go Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
Yeah, same. Ocean's 11 pulled off several very successful heists, and they all have their purpose, and they work well, and they get the job done. So, yeah, Ocean's 11.
Yeah. So, Ocean's 11. I think we're almost to the end here. Might be one or two more. We
There
got the
we go.
Fantastic Four from 2005.
Evans
So there's
again.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans
Yep.
again.
Going up against the team from Spotlight, just like a bunch of reporters. So this time
See,
it'll be
guys,
Tim
before you
first.
say who's really saving the world here, okay? Just
Yeah, right.
Right.
That is true. They're both like fighting for a cause. Yeah.
Basically, Fantastic Four, you're fighting against Doctor Doom, Spotlight, fighting against corrupt Catholic officials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Catholic
Yeah.
clergy. Yeah, who's more evil, really?
Yeah. I mean, look
Yeah,
at
right.
But I don't feel
Unless-
like he would, go after children. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
yeah.
So am I going first or?
Yeah, Tim.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be first.
Yeah, I mean, Fantastic Four. I mean, if you ask me, and if you want to put like which Fantastic Four better, is it the one from Fantastic Four 2005 or the one from Fan Four Sticks? So, I mean, I would definitely go with. Made someone laugh.
Those are dogs.
Yeah. Anyways, so I would probably go with Fantastic Four just because it's just a more fun film and more fun team up to be with. But even though it's not a perfect movie. But if I talk about Spotlight, I mean the chemistries were great. I mean, there's a reason why it won so many Academy Awards, and of course it's just based on probably one of the best events happening in recent history, which is the exposure on the corrupt Catholic officials abusing little children, and for me, I have to go with the team for Spotlight. I mean, it's a no brainer for me.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, Sarah, do you want to go with Fantastic Four or the team from Spotlight?
I'm not the biggest fan of Fantastic Four, so I'm going to pick the bottom one.
Yeah. Spotlight. Yeah. Sounds good. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Spotlight. I think it's good, but strictly going on the team aspect here, like Fantastic Four may be dysfunctional at times, but when push comes to shove, they do team up when they need to, when it counts. So I'm going to go Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Richie.
Do you want to go with Fantastic Four? Or do I want to see Hulk and Batman take down the Catholic Church, Catholic clergy? Look, I think, but the Fantastic Four is like they team up all right, and maybe in a in a physical fight, Fantastic Four has the edge, but in a legal fight, Spotlight has the edge, and look, I think that they will do in the long term. I think they're doing better for the world than a Human Torch, a Rock Monster, an Elastigirl, and some other Invisible Girl, and some and Mr. Fan, and
Mr. Stretchy Arm guy.
Stretch arm.
Yeah. Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, so I'll go with the team from Spotlight.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
The team from Fantastic Four did get a sequel, surprisingly, somehow, despite that movie not being very good. But like I alluded to, I think the team from Spotlight's fighting the bigger evil, so I'm going to go with the team from Spotlight. But with that, we have a tie to Malcolm.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Oh, Fantastic Four. All right.
You don't care about the bigger evil there, Malcolm. You don't care about the bigger
You
evil.
don't care about the children.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Think of the children.
Think of the
Do
children.
it for the children's. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Oh,
The-
fuck off.
Wes Anderson again with the French Dispatch because people do like these movies. Going against the
come
Reservoir
on.
Dogs.
Get the fuck
Reservoir
out of here. Come on. It's the crew from Reservoir Dogs. Are we even is this even a discussion? Come on. Mr. Pink,
Not for
Mr.
me.
White, Mr. Blue.
No.
Come on.
Mr. Green, all the
Yeah, it's easy to French Dispatch.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Come on.
Well, it's not like in my top like 4 or 5 Tarantino, but still I would easily pick it.
Come on. That crew is cool as fuck. That's one of the most
Yeah.
iconic, cool shots ever in a movie when they're
Yeah.
walking like that.
That
It's
is
great.
right there.
Like, look at that crew. They look like a crew. They act like a crew. Even though they fuck up the heist, they're still a crew.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here we have the Magnificent Seven, but this is the original one from the '60s because we had the remake one on the last episode
with
so.
the actual Yul Brenner, not Cool Runnings Yul Brenner.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the
Rat
actual
race.
Yul Brenner. But I meant the Rat Race team.
Oh.
Which, like, technically, they'll have their own individual teams. They'll have teams with an S because they split up into individual teams, you know, so
Yeah.
they do their thing. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. I think it's Sarah first. So, you want to go with the Magnificent Seven or the Rat Race teams?
I'm not the biggest fan of Rat Race, so I'll go pick the top
Oh.
one.
Sad. But it's fair, though. Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen the OG Magnificent Seven, but I love Rat Race. I think it's fun, and yeah, so I'm gonna go Rat Race.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
I love Rat Race. At the end of the day, though, I don't know if there are they're good teams in that movie because they're all in it for themselves.
Yeah.
But they're not really, you know, they're only working as a team to a point. Whereas I think the Magnificent Seven, they're working for, you know, the greater good here. So I think that's more of a team. Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't
Good.
sleep on Ron Atkinson.
Yeah, right. Rowan Atkinson survives a lot of punishment. Yeah. But Austin, what do you think?
No, I like Rat Race, but those teams are not working together. They're working against each other, and it's every man for himself essentially.
Yeah.
And the Magnificent Seven are fighting a greater threat of bandits, and it's three of them of the seven are three of the coolest actors to ever live: Yul Brenner, Charles Bronson, and Steve McQueen. So iconic. So I'm going Magnificent Seven.
Yep, I was gonna say the similar thing because when you have Yul Brenner, Charles Bronson, and Steve McQueen like on your side, I mean, you're gonna win most fights, and I mean, the Rat Race is a lot of fun. Like if you were to put these two movies in front of me, I'm gonna watch Rat Race all day, every day. But I mean, I just think as the overall team, you got to go with the Magnificent Seven. So, Tim, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know what is more magnificent, either the original Magnificent Seven or seeing, you know, individuals, you know, trying to outrace each other to be the first to reach $2 million, all while billionaires place their bets on who might be the first to get it.
Yeah,
But for me, it's you know, no contest. I'm going with the original Magnificent Seven. The West.
And when we get to our our remake tournaments, by the way, I would definitely put that remake in the good remake category.
In the good, yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah, for
Remake.
sure. Yeah. I think we got two more matchups.
I mean, in defense of the Rat Race, so even though they're working against each other, they worked together when it counted, which was when they gave the money to charity in the Smash.
Oh, they were kind of forced into that though, on stage. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. They were guilt tripped.
They go on stage and Smash Mouth of all people.
They were guilt tripped into that because they ended up on a stage, and if they didn't, they look like assholes. So
Yeah.
You can kind of see that some of them maybe don't
Really?
want to do it. They're like, oh,
no, most
really?
of them don't want
Okay.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But we have Suicide Squad. So this is the first one with Will Smith, the Suicide Squad. Going up against Ocean's 8 crew. So there you go. There's
Just mention that.
Yeah. So this time it'll be Malcolm first. So.
Yeah, this is tough, but I think a lot of the Suicide Squad crew realistically don't trust each other, and all it takes for Enchantress to sort of turn on them. And so I'm gonna go Ocean's 8 crew.
Yeah. So turn on them and start doing like a weird Egyptian walk thing. Yeah. but Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I almost feel like they're a more cohesive crew in the Suicide Squad. But like, it is difficult though because I mean the more iconic crew is the Suicide Squad at Ocean's 8. You know, while they work together well, they didn't get a sequel. I would like to see one, but they didn't get one. I'll give a slight edge to Suicide Squad.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
I
What do you
mean,
think?
well, the fight argument aside, because the Suicide Squad would wipe out and annihilate the Ocean's 8 crew easily.
Yeah.
But I defend that original movie a lot. I still like it. I think there's a lot of great actors and chemistry in that, and arguably Jai Courtney's best role as Captain Boomerang. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just might be. So I'll go Suicide Squad.
And then in the Suicide Squad, I'm like, yo, cool, Jai Courtney, the Suicide Squad. He's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, oh yeah, the new one. Yeah, and then he's gone. Yeah, that sucks. I they should
Yeah,
have
I
kept
know.
him
They like
around
bring him
because I
back.
think he's a lot of fun. I think he looks like he enjoys playing that character. They should have kept him around. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall I do like the team of the Suicide Squad. I mean, you have some big name actors for Ocean's 8. I mean, and I like them as individual actors. Kate Blanchett, Sandra Bullock, Sarah Paulson. I'm a big fan of. You know, even Aquafina I like, but still, like, I mean, I think that the overall team for the Suicide Squad just kind of works better for me. Like I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. That's a perfect casting for me. And then Jai Courtney, yeah, he's a lot of fun.
I don't know.
and,
Let's see
like,
let's see what Lady Gaga does with it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if the singing works or if it doesn't. I don't know, but
It's not a musical.
It's
not a
like, yeah,
musical.
I think I think it was painted wrong as a musical. It's probably got musical
it's
numbers.
not a
in it.
musical, but it was gonna have some songs in it, though, isn't it? Like a little bit.
No,
right?
it's just that they might have like a dream or some kind of musical sequence, but it's not a musical. You know what I mean? Like it's
Okay.
not. Yeah.
So she won't be singing in it. then.
I mean, she might sing in it.
She might sing one thing, yeah, but like it's not like
Right.
like she's mainly just
Right.
acting.
Yeah,
Like,
because
it
I
looks
think
like
they
they
said
might
it's going to
have
have a
a
musical.
It looks like they might have a scene on those stairs from what it looks like in the behind the scenes picture where maybe they're singing in that sequence, sort of like when he was dancing down the stairs in the first movie. But
Yeah.
it doesn't mean the whole,
Right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
well,
because I think they said it's going to have a musical sequence, not specifically that it was a musical.
Yeah, which I'm fine with.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even with that, yeah, like I wish they would have brought back more of these characters, yeah, because even other characters I like. I like the El Diablo guy. I like the Killer Croc. I mean, I think they're cool characters that they could have done more with, but they just don't. They bring back Rick Flag, and then spoiler alert, he doesn't survive that movie. So, but so yeah, but well, I'll go Suicide Squad. Yeah. Tim, what do you think?
Well, I would probably pick the Suicide Squad, the second film's crew, over the first one any day of the week. But between that and Ocean's 8's crew, which are definitely definitely a great heist crew, I'll still go with the Suicide Squad, the first one.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Sarah, are you going to go with the Suicide Squad or with the Ocean's 8 crew?
I never seen Suicide Squad, but I was not biggest fan of Ocean 8, kinda. So I'm gonna pick Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent little movie. I would still recommend checking it out. But yeah, did you vote Malcolm? I can't remember.
Yeah, you did. Mhm.
Okay, so it'll be Suicide Squad. Moving on. I believe this is part of the last
Yeah.
last matchup. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so we got all the pleasantries out of the way, and we're making good time. But even still, like we can just keep
We're
it to
still
like
gonna
10
speed
seconds.
round. Yeah, we're still gonna
so
speed
yeah,
round it.
because we
10 seconds
we
or
did start
less.
pretty late tonight. So
Yeah, let's speed through the finish.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, with the speed through, you can just vote or give a quick little comment. But let's see. We got the Avengers, the Endgame iteration going up against the Goodfellas. The Luchers family, or however you say it. I don't know how to say their last name.
Just call them the Goodfellas.
Yeah.
That's what
Let's call them that. But yeah. So Richie, yeah.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
the Goodfellas.
Austin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Avengers because we have the Avengers on the other bracket. I want to see them go up against each other. So
That's why I'm voting against them this time because they already made it in the other.
yeah. Well, Tim.
Well, I might as well see what Jordan has in mind. So I'm going with Avengers.
Yeah. Sarah, what do you think?
Avengers.
Ooh, it's down to you, Malcolm.
Your mic's off.
You're
Mike's off.
muted.
Yes, silly goose.
Yeah, I honestly completely forgot you had the Avengers in the first bracket as well, so I'm going to go Goodfellas.
Ooh, so we have a tie, right?
Tie to Richie.
Goodfellas. See, Avengers.
Oh, all right. Goodfellas. Yeah, that's fun. Goodfellas. Then we have the Rebels from Rogue One going up against the prequel crew. So Star Wars battle. All right. So it'll be
Not
awesome.
only that, but a battle of the prequels.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They're both from the prequel era. Yeah.
I'll specify. I'll take the George Lucas prequel crew.
Is that the bottom one?
Yeah, because George Lucas had nothing to do with Rogue One. That was Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, like I always just like loosely connect George Lucas to everything Star Wars. I don't know why.
This is after he sold everything. He has nothing to do with any of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I love Rogue One. Probably like it more than any of the prequel movies. And yeah, you know what? And then I actually really like that crew, so I'm gonna go with Rogue One. Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, Rogue One. Sorry, can't speak that.
Yeah.
Rogue One for me.
Yeah, sounds good. Sarah, you gonna go with the prequels or with Rogue One?
Just do the prequel.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I'm going to go Rogue One.
Ooh. So Richie. It comes down to
The
you.
Rebels.
Ooh. Does that mean we have it?
No.
Oh, wait, no.
The
No,
Rebels.
that'll be the. Yeah. It'll be Rogue One. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then we have the Toy Story toys, the crew, going up against the team from Mission Impossible, which they have their own toy version of Mission Impossible. But
Yeah, I want to see a toy version of Mission Impossible. That'd be
Well,
fucking
they
fun.
kind of do Mission Impossible missions, like they're breaking out
Yeah.
of the daycare.
Yeah.
They're going to rescue. Their fellow.
especially in the
they're kinda
second
doing-
movie. Yeah.
They're kind of doing impossible missions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan.
So it's me first. This one's tough because you know what? I think I got to go Toy Story just because I just like those toys when they work together like that. And I mean, Mission Impossible does work together, but a lot of time Tom Cruise goes rogue and he's just like doing his own thing. They have a movie called Rogue Nation. I know it's not about like them going rogue, but it's just about the team together going rogue. But still, I just kind of like the Toy Story as a team. So yeah. Tim, what do you think?
I love the Toy Story crew, but I have to go with the crew from IMF Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, you're gonna go with Mission Impossible team or the Toy Story crew?
Toy Story.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, this is low-key tough, but I think this is the dead reckoning for the Toy Story because I'm going to vote Mission Impossible.
Ooh. Richie.
Yeah, I love Toy Story. I love Toy Story, but yeah, I just think the one that has sort of high, goes through the higher stakes and goes through the tougher missions is Mission Impossible, and they're more. I think they're a more well-oriented than the toys are. I think there's more. Yeah, I think that there's just more dissension in the Toy Story ranks than there are in Mission Impossible ranks. So I'm gonna go Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
I'm going Toy Story.
Ooh. That means we have a tie.
And I'm putting through Toy Story.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Toy Story it is.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's an upset. Maybe it could be, but
I don't think so. I think it's pretty even.
yeah. So that's Saving Private Ryan going up their crew against the Addams Family. So,
Tim.
and it's Tim first.
So, So basically, soldiers versus the Adams family.
Yeah, there's a bunch of misfits.
Uh,
In action.
yeah. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I mean, if I had to pick who would be the one to plan something mischievous or something daring, I'd probably go Wednesday over any other armed force soldier. So I'm picking Adams family.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, are you going to go with the Adams family or Saving Private Ryan?
Adam's family.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
I'm going to go Adam's family.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I actually might go the more iconic team here, which is Adam's Family, surprising. So I might go.
Yeah. Austin.
One movie's
Say.
worth of chemistry versus 60 years of a legacy. The Addams Family.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a legacy, and they this family, like this iteration specifically, had a sequel, and yeah, and I think that they're a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, I'll go with the Adams family. So Adams family it is. All right. So we have the Colonial Marines from Aliens going up against the Channel 4 news team. All right. And it'll be Sarah first. So you want to go with the Channel 4 news team from Anchorman or the Colonial Marines from Aliens?
There's two. The aliens.
Yeah, Aliens it is. Malcolm.
I'm going to go to the Channel 4 news team.
Yeah. Richie.
Aliens.
Yeah. Austin.
Aliens, just as many iconic lines and just as funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this one's tough. This is like one of the tougher matchups for me. I think I gotta go with Channel 4 news team, I think here. So but it's close. Like that's not easy. But Tim.
So Ripley's mechanized robot versus Rick and his grenade.
Yeah. Grenade and a trident.
Okay. I'm taking the Marines.
Yeah. So it'll be Aliens. It is. Yeah. But don't sleep on that Black Panther by Odeon. That'll probably knock some people out with that stench. So but we got the Death Eaters up against the crew from The Hobbit.
Oh man, Austin. What a favorite.
Malcolm.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I'm tough because I like both of these teams.
It's hard
I'm
for
gonna
different people for different reasons, I think.
I'm going to go Death Eaters.
Yeah. Richie.
Death Eaters.
Yeah. Austin?
Pass.
Yeah.
If I have to watch one franchise or the other, I'll take a Middle Earth movie, so Hobbit.
Yeah. Well, I really love most of the characters that are Death Eaters, and I don't care for the Hobbit movies that much, so I'll go with Death Eaters. And Tim?
Yeah, probably. Even though it's probably a bit against my will, I have to go Death Eaters over the people from the Hobbit.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, you going with the Death Eaters or the Hobbit?
Death Eaters.
Yep. So it'll be the Death Eaters. Right. Up next, we got the Power Rangers going up against the crew from Sunshine. So, and this time it'll be Richie first. So you got
Power Rangers would kick the crew from Sunshine's ass. Yeah.
Yeah, they know martial arts.
Martial arts training. I don't know. Chris Evans can't be on every fucking team. Just fuck off, Chris Evans. So yeah, Power Rangers.
And they have freaking the Zords they can call on. I mean, come on. But
Yeah.
Austin,
Go Power Rangers.
yeah. It's morphin' time. Let's go. Yeah, Power Rangers. Tim.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, and then Sarah, you gonna go with
Power
Power
Rangers.
Rangers or Sunshine? All right, Power Rangers, and Malcolm.
Go Icarus 2 Sunshine.
Oh, well,
You
it'll be
contrarian
Power
fuck.
Rangers.
I've always been disappointed we didn't get a sequel to the 2017 movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, we never will.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're just gonna.
It bombed, but I like the movie a lot.
I know they're just gonna
Yeah.
reboot it again, and it'll just be
Yeah,
a
they'll
whole new
reboot
thing.
it
It'll be
again.
another origin story. It'll just take forever to get to anywhere. Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be the same as the Ninja Turtles are gonna keep rebooting that. I wish they would do something good and have more movies. But we had the Tombstone Crew, which we never got to talk about, but going up against Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
So it'll be Austin first.
I'm gonna surprisingly go Kung Fu Panda in the Furious 5.
Yeah, I think I am too. Just because like when Val Kilmer gets sick and he's like still going out there to fight, like it looks pretty gross looking, and but he is resilient though. I mean, I'll give him that. But I got to go with Kung Fu Panda.
Come on,
probably.
that fresh air is gonna fix his tuberculosis.
I guess so. Yeah, sure. But and he'll be your Huckleberry. So yeah. But Tim, what do you think?
Well, I'm still sticking with Wyatt Earp, so Tombstone.
Yeah. Sarah, you're gonna go with Tombstone or Kung Fu Panda?
Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I'm going to vote for Undertaker's favorite crew, the Tombstone Crew.
Ooh, okay. Richie.
I'm going to vote for Kung Fu Naki's favorite crew, Kung Fu Panda.
Well, I think that means that's Kung Fu Panda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, that's the end of that one. So let's see what matches we got on this side. We have the original Star Trek crew going up against the Star Wars sequel crew. We got a Star Trek Star Wars battle here. So, and this time I think it's me first, and I just think that like I don't really love it, very many movies from either one of these. Like each one of them maybe has one that I like, but I haven't even seen all of the original Star Trek movies. I've seen like 4 of them, but I'll probably, just because like Han Solo and Luke, they're part of it, and also like I do like Rey as a character. Not that I want to see another movie with her, I don't, but she is one of the better characters in this series. So I'll go with the prequel crew. I think they would probably win in like a hands-on combat fight. So,
You mean sequel crew, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, sequel crew. Sorry, I keep saying prequel. Yeah, sequel. Yeah. Tim, you said.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, being a Star Wars guy, right from the get-go, and love the sequel trilogy. Well, 2/3 of it technically, and yeah, let me go to the Star Wars sequel crew for that one.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm not saying the movies were executed very well with the character. They have some cool characters. But Sarah, you gonna go with the Star Trek or the Star Wars sequel crew?
Star Wars.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I've just had a thought. Did you have the original trilogy crew in the original one? Because I don't think you did.
Wait, which one?
The original trilogy Star Wars crew in the first brackets.
Yeah, we had them in the first one. Yeah.
I mean, the other one is
they
did
were
you have
there.
the 7 Evil X's? But I don't think that either they
No.
have showed.
No, we do not have the 7 evil X's. No.
But that being said, I do like the Star Wars sequel crew team, but I'm gonna go for the actual crew, and that's the Star Trek crew. So yeah,
Yeah, they are an actual crew. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the actual crew here, Star Trek.
Yeah, and Austin.
Same Star Trek.
So we have a tie, right?
Jordan. Think of the original. Think of the actual crew, not the characters.
Well,
It works as a team.
they are a crew. I'm just not a big fan of the original Star Trek crew. I just don't care that much about them. So sorry, but I got to go with Star Wars. I got to stick with it. Star Wars is
no.
Con.
on.
But we have the Muppets going up against Stand By Me. So, and I think it's is it Tim first? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with the Muppets for this one.
Yeah. Sarah, which one you got?
Muppets.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I want to see a Muppet version of Stand By Me just have the dead body as the live action person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go the Muppets.
That'd be funny if it was like a Muppet movie, but then like for some reason the dead body was really gruesome and like in the middle of a Muppet movie, like just randomly.
The dead body is Daniel Radcliffe from Swiss Army Man.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but Richie,
I'm gonna go the Muppets.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the dead body could be Terry Kaiser from Weekend at Bernie's, but I'll go with
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that could actually work. But Austin, what do you
I
think?
said the Muppets.
Okay. Yeah, I am gonna go with the Muppets also. So Muppets it is. Then up next we have a Star Trek crew in here. So from the Kelvin timeline, we're going against the Sandlot. Ooh, this one's really tough for me. But Sarah, you're up for going to go with the Sandlot or with the Star Trek crew here?
Sandlot.
Yes. All right. Malcolm.
It's going to be a weird reason, but just as for the OG Star Trek crew, Star Trek for the Calvin timeline.
Sure, yeah. Richie.
Star Trek crew.
Austin.
Star Trek crew stuck together through 3 movies. Sandlot, when they had 2 and 3, recasted a bunch of dopes. Star Trek.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't even know if they were even offered roles in it. I don't know. Like some were, but yeah, I'm a big Sandlot fan, and I mean it's in my top at least like 30 movies of all time. So I gotta go with the Sandlot. Tim.
Yeah, I'll go with the Star Trek crew from the Kelvin timeline.
Ooh, so it'll be Star Trek.
Yep.
All right. I'd hope for the Sandlot. Maybe they would make it, but it's all good. We have the Mighty Ducks still hanging in there, going up against the Inception crew. So
The
Interstellar crew.
or yeah, sorry. They're still that one with the eye by Chris Nolan.
Did you have the Inception team in the other bracket?
Yeah, we had it in the other one. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's over there. But
Malcolm.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to go the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, Richie.
I'll go the Mighty Ducks here.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, as opposed to the Sandlot, the Mighty Ducks had mostly the same crew through 3 movies. Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks. The Ducks fly together. Flying V. Let's go. Tim.
I think Matthew McConaughey can't, win it all. So I'm going with the Mighty Ducks.
Yep. And then Sarah, what are you gonna go with?
The bottom one.
The Interstellar. Yep. Well, it'll be the Mighty Ducks moving through though. All right, let's see what we got here. We have the Lost Boys going up against the American Pie. So 2 kind of like like movies with a bunch of teenagers. So,
Richie.
and who's up first now? Richie. All right, who you
Yeah. American Pie.
got? Yeah. Austin.
American Pie.
Yeah. You know what? I actually really like the crew from the Lost Boys. I have a lot of fun with that movie, so I'll go with the Lost Boys. Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, for me, it's American Pie.
Yeah. Sarah, what do you think?
Lost Boys.
Hmm. Well, Malcolm, it's down to you.
Malcolm.
Maybe
Malcolm, I
he's.
can see your forehead.
I'm gonna go American Pie.
Oh, okay. That'd be American. Right. We have the Glass Onion crew, the suspects from the Glass Onion, going up against Ocean's 11. So, this is going to be Austin. First.
This one's not even a contest. It's Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I think it's a slight contest, but it's Ocean's 11. So, Tim.
Yeah, I'll probably go. Yeah, I'm probably go with Ocean's 11 for this one.
Yeah. Sarah. Which one you got?
Ocean.
Yeah, Ocean's 11. Yeah. Malcolm, you got?
The Ocean's crew live by the saying, when the going gets tough, tough gets tougher. So Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Yep. And Richie, you got?
Oceans.
Yep. Gotta be Oceans. Yep. Then we have the Fantastic Four, 2005, up against the Reservoir Dogs. So, and I think
Jordan.
who's up first now?
Jordan.
Yes, you.
I mean, I was suspect it's probably going to be
Me?
Reservoir Dogs anyway, so you can probably move
Okay,
there.
I is anybody voting for Fantastic Four or Reservoir Dogs on this one?
I probably would have because
No.
I'm not a fan of Reservoir Dogs.
I'm
Yeah,
not
no.
huge on the Reservoir Dogs, but I would still vote for him here. Yeah.
Yeah, just
So-
put for Reservoir Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reservoir.
All right. Yeah, we'll just put it through. Yeah. Then we got the Magnificent Seven up against the Suicide Squad. Here we go.
Ooh.
And if I'm up first, since we skipped the last
Yeah.
one, I think that I like some of the characters individually from Suicide Squad, but I think as overall team, I gotta go with the Magnificent Seven. I think that they're pretty iconic, at least a good like half of their crew. So yeah, but Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Suicide Squad versus Magnificent Seven. I mean, I think the original is still the more iconic one over the Suicide Squad, especially given behind the scenes. I mean, it wasn't a perfect, production. So for me, I'm going with the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, which one are you gonna go for?
The top one.
A Magnificent Seven. All right. Malcolm, who you got?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Richie.
Magnificent Seven.
Yep. And Austin.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah. Magnificent Seven. Cool. All right. So the winners of this next one, next round will be actually no, we're not going to have an poll like we usually do. I was going to say that. So these are actually going to be our Sweet 16. So all the ones that have been voted in so far will be in the championship round. So basically from here on out, we can just have fun and just get to a winner, maybe see what some of our favorites will be. But all these will show up again in the championship. So you can kind of be a little more, I don't know, cavalier with your vote or whatever you want to say. Let's have some fun. So yeah, but we got the Goodfellas up against the Rebels from Rogue One. So, and I think it's Tim first. So, what you got?
Well, I don't know. I mean, still a Star Wars, fan fight from the get go. I mean, as much as I love Goodfellas, Goodfellas is a great film. I have to stick with the Rebels. I mean, they're probably more, being more committed to the cause.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds good. Sarah, you gonna go with Goodfellas or Rogue One?
Rogue One.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Goodfellas.
Yeah. Richie.
Goodfellas.
Yep. Austin.
Go with Goodfellas.
I think here I would actually go with Goodfellas. So, even though I would actually probably have to check my actual list to see which one I have ranked higher in the movie I like better, because they're probably pretty close actually. So, but we have the Toy Story crew going up against the Addams Family. So it'll be Sarah first. You got Toy Story or Addams Family?
Toy Story.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Adam's Family.
Yeah. Richie.
Adam's Family.
Yeah. Austin.
Toy Story.
Oh, this one's tough, but I think I'm gonna go Addams Family. Tim.
Yeah, for me, I would lean towards the Adams Family.
Ooh.
Wow.
So is that a tie or was it Addams?
No, it's Adam's Family.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. Addams Family. We have the Colonial Marines from Aliens against the Death Eaters from Harry Potter. So. Yeah, I know. Malcolm. You got
Death Eaters.
okay. Richie.
Aliens.
Yep. Austin.
You know what I'm voting for, Jordan.
Yeah. So the Death Eaters. Yeah. No. Yeah, this one's actually tough for me because the Death Eaters, like, they do kind of stand for a few movies, but I mean they're not actually like all the like together for every movie. But I'll go with the Death Eaters. Yeah. Tim.
Well, I mean, futuristic firepower versus magic. I think magic still wins, unfortunately. So I'm going to Death Eaters.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, which one you got?
Death Eaters.
Ooh, so you're the Death Eaters.
Incorrect.
I don't know. Like that was actually like really tough for me. Like, yeah. So, we got the Power Rangers going up against the Kung Fu Panda. And also, all these will be in the championship, so they'll have another shot. So, I think it's Malcolm first.
Richie first.
Oh, it's Richie. Okay.
Of course. Power Rangers.
Yeah. Austin?
Nostalgia wins this one. Power Rangers.
Yeah, in the same way. I gotta go Power Rangers.
But it's karate versus kung fu, so it's very similar.
Yeah, that is close. Yeah. Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, going with Power Rangers as well.
Yeah. Sarah?
Power Rangers.
Yeah. And Malcolm?
Nostalgia wins this for me too. Kung Fu Panda.
Ooh.
You're older than me. How's that nostalgia?
But Malcolm, as we talked about the other night, most of the Power Ranger series are filmed in New Zealand. That should be nostalgic for you.
Yeah.
I never got to see them because they
this
were
movie-
banned in New Zealand for a long time.
Oh,
How are they
dang.
going to film it there and then ban it? That's fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
and ban it. Yeah, that's weird.
That's ridiculous.
Well, I wonder if this actual movie was filmed in New Zealand. I don't know if it was.
No, that movie was filmed in New Zealand. Yes, it was. Or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't filmed in New Zealand. It was filmed in Australia. No, I'm sorry. It was filmed in
I think
Australia.
Sydney,
It was
Australia was it?
Yeah,
It
Sydney.
was
Yeah.
most of the latest seasons.
Yeah.
I think it was once Disney had bought it or
Australia.
something.
Yeah, you can see downtown Sydney in the movie. Yeah, it's there.
Oh, nice. Okay. We got the Star Wars sequel crew going up against the Muppets. Wow, this makes me laugh. But be Austin first.
Fuck off, Ray. The Muppets.
I'm not a big Muppets fan, but I'm also not a big fan of the sequel movies. But I do like The Force Awakens, so let's go with the sequel crew. Tim?
Yeah, sorry, Kermit. I'm going with Star Wars sequel crew.
Oh my god. you're
Yeah,
dumb.
Kermit's about to get fucked up by a lightsaber. It's like, come on. But Sarah?
Star Wars.
Yeah. Make some bacon out of Miss Piggy. Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ray Skywalker, but the Muppets.
Yeah. Richie?
The Muppets.
So we have a tie? Is that where we're at?
Tim.
So I go to Tim.
Come on, Tim. Come on, Tim. It's the Muppets, dude. Come on, man.
Muppets.
Oh,
But Star Wars. Did you grow up with the
Not
Muppets or
that Star Wars. Fucking not that Star Wars.
Yeah.
yeah, well.
I'll Venmo you $20.
Yeah.
All I can say is, may the force be with you, Star Wars sequel crew.
No, 50.
No,
50.
no.
The Force always
They
prevails.
shouldn't have made it out of the
Yeah.
damn first match. Get out of here.
Well, they did. We have the Star Trek crew, Kelvin Timeline, up against the Mighty Ducks. So, is it me first? I think it's me. Yeah, like for me, nostalgia wins out because I'm a big Mighty Ducks fan. I got I'm not gonna pull them up, but I got 4 Mighty Ducks pop figures behind me, and a Gordon Bombay, all of that. So yeah, let's go Mighty Ducks. Tim.
Yeah, this Star Trek crew. I mean, it's definitely one of the better things J.J. Abrams has directed, and definitely probably one of the crews that I wish I would see more films of. But yeah, I have to probably go with the Mighty Ducks on this one.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna eventually get a 4th one. I just don't know when it's gonna happen, but
It's just so many conflicts. I don't know.
yeah. But Sarah, what are you going for?
The top one.
Star Trek.
Mhm.
All right. Malcolm. What do you say?
Star Trek.
Yeah. Richie.
Mighty Ducks.
Ooh. And Austin.
Star Trek.
So what are the votes? Is it Star Trek?
Tied to Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. What are you gonna go with?
Voted for
Switch it
the
or
Star
keep
Trek or the original one, but
The top one.
Star Trek. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Sounds good. All right. We got up next. That is American Pie, I believe, going up against Ocean's 11. They're both iconic for what they do. I mean, for those teen coming of age, it's American Pie. It's the iconic one. So,
Tim.
and who's first now? Is it Sarah?
Tim.
Or is it Tim?
Mhm.
Okay, Tim. Okay.
Yeah.
Who you wanna go with?
Yeah, I'm going with rolling with Ocean's 11 crew.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, Ocean's 11 or American Pie?
Ocean 11.
Yeah. Malcolm.
American Pie 2 was out in the same year as Ocean's 11, wasn't it?
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Came out in 2001. American Pie 2 came out in 2002.
No, 2001.
Close enough.
No, it's
Ocean's
2000
11.
It was 2001 because American Wedding came out in 2003.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
It was 2001. Yeah, okay, it was the same year. All right.
You mean American Pie 2 was in 2003 or American Wedding? They have one every year?
No,
They
it was
won
every 2
every
years.
year.
99, 2001, 2003. The American
Oh,
Wedding.
okay, yeah. So
And then American Reunion
one-
was 20,
one, two, three,
2012.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. But would you say, Malcolm? Did you vote?
Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Richie.
Oceans.
Yeah, Austin.
Oceans.
Yeah. Got to go Ocean's 11. So Ocean's 11 it is. All right. We got the Reservoir Dogs going up against the Magnificent Seven. So,
Sarah.
Yeah, what you got? Reservoir Dogs or Ocean or Magnificent Seven? Sarah?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
The top one.
Sure, yeah. And also to be fair, I'm kind of helping Sarah out a little more. She has eyesight issues, so it's hard for her to see some of these. But Malcolm, what do you think?
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah. Richie.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah. Austin.
The Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. I think I got to go Magnificent Seven. Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I think I shows a little love to the Western, so I'm going with Magnificent Seven.
Wow.
Ooh, so it's gonna be
I didn't know
Magnificent
they'd be
Seven.
surviving this long. Honestly, I wouldn't have predicted that.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. Well, so the winner of these next one will be in the final four. So let's see what it comes down to. The Goodfellas and up against the Addams Family. So Goodfellas and the Addams Family. And this time, who's first? Is it Malcolm first? Okay.
Goodfellas.
Yeah. Richie.
Goodfellas.
Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goodfellas. Tim?
I don't know. That's tough. Yeah. Give me the Adams Family. I don't know. I mean, I still think Wednesday can still outwit those mobsters.
Dude,
you never know. So
Goodfellas have Joe Pesci. I'm sorry, it's just not even close. Joe Pesci's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, he is. But Sarah, what are you gonna go for?
Goodfellas.
Ooh, so it'll be a Goodfellas. Nice. All right, so we have the Death Eaters up against Power Rangers. It'll be Richie.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Power
Austin.
Rangers.
Yeah, I think here, like once the Power Rangers get in their Zords, like they're gonna stomp all over the Death Eaters. So I mean, they might be flying around, but even still, I think they can take them. So, Tim.
Yeah, at this point, I think I have to go with the Power Rangers on this one.
Yeah. Sarah.
Power Rangers.
Yep. And Malcolm.
Oh, crazy Death Eaters.
Nope.
Yeah, I figured you'd be going for that. Yeah, but Power Rangers it is. And all right, so over here we still have the Star Wars sequels hanging in there, going up against the Star Trek the Kelvin timeline. So now we got Star Wars and Star Trek again. So, and it's you, Austin.
Yes, I'm more of a Star Wars guy overall, but those Star Trek movies are way better than that Star Wars trilogy in Star Trek. And the
Yeah, so now like it just comes down to like I like all three of the Star Trek movies versus only like one of the Star Wars prequels, but like I mean, it does like factor in the team and the crew a little bit, but even despite that, I'm going Star Trek. So, Tim, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just to make it clear, I mean, I love everything Star Wars, and I really love and enjoyed most of the sequel trilogy and its characters. Definitely look forward to more in the future. And but I mean, if you're going on just judging on a technicality level at this point, you know, especially J.J. Abrams. I mean, J.J. Abrams did one good movie in The Force Awakens. He shot the bed with The Rise of Skywalker, but at least he remained consistent between the first Star Trek and Into Darkness. So I mean, I'll just give it to you there and just go with the Star Trek crew Kelvin timeline.
Yeah, that is true. Like J.J. Abrams, he's involved pretty heavily in both of these franchises. So, yeah, but Sarah, you gonna go with the Star Wars sequels or the Star Trek?
The Star Trek.
Yeah, uh, Malcolm.
This should have been the OG crew versus the Calvin Timeline crew,
Yep.
but I'm going to go Star
Yeah,
Trek.
damn right. That's exactly what I was going for.
Well, that could have been fun, but it didn't happen.
It could have been fun.
Uh,
People ruin things.
Which,
We
yeah,
can't have nice things.
we got some party poopers here.
Yeah.
But Richie,
Yeah, Star Trek.
yeah, Star Trek. All right,
Mhm.
all right. Then down here we have Ocean's 11,
11.
I believe that is,
It's the
going up against
Seven.
Magnificent Seven.
What number's
So-
in the title?
Yeah, 7-Eleven. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good 7-Eleven?
Yeah,
Yeah, Slurpee, right? It's me first. I think here we got to go with Ocean's 11. Like when I was like coming up with this whole tournament, one of the first teams and crews that came to mind was the Ocean's 11. So I got to go with Ocean's 11. Yeah. But Tim, what do you think?
I think it's kind of interesting where the remake of the original film will probably be the one to succeed over the original film, which had a remake, which was not bad. But yeah, I'm going with the crew from Ocean's 11. And
Yeah, that like original one really isn't all that great. The one with like Frank Sinatra.
Despite having
Yeah,
Frank
very
Sinatra,
boring.
I mean,
That movie's
Yeah,
boring.
the remake was a lot better.
Yeah, another
Yeah,
one where the remake is clearly in the good remake and the far superior remake category.
Yeah.
The team, me and Amru were on a team for a trivia thing, and he picked his special subject being Ocean's 11. He goes, okay, I'll do the heavy. I'll watch the Ocean sequels. You watch the original. I realized after half an hour he wasn't doing me a favor.
No, he's not doing you any favors. No.
uh,
but Sarah, you're gonna go with Magnificent 7 or Ocean's 11?
Ocean 11.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I don't have another Billy Ocean song to use as a joke. Ocean's 11.
Yeah. No. What about a Frank Ocean song? How about that? No. Richie.
yeah, Oceans.
Yeah.
Oceans should be
Awesome,
at least in the final four. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right. So we got our final four here. This is what it comes down to. I don't know. You may or may not be surprised by some. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, our first matchup over on the left side, we got the Goodfellas up against Power Rangers. So, and I think is it Tim first? I think.
Yeah.
Tim. We got-
Oh, I mean, I think Goodfellas had a good run, but I think the run ends here. So for me, I'm going with the Power Rangers.
Interesting. Sarah, which one you
Power
got?
Rangers.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Goodfellas.
Yeah. Richie.
Okay, Power Rangers.
Yeah. Austin.
The Power Rangers.
Man, like, just because like we're gonna see all these in the tournament, the championship, and I'll probably pick Goodfellas if this match comes up again. But for tonight, let's go Power Rangers. Yeah, Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers.
because
Yeah.
whichever one wins here tonight, is gonna be in our 200th episode.
Think about the theme tonight. Power Rangers are all about teamwork.
Teamwork.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you could also say the
Like
same thing
a
about
team.
perhaps one of the best heist teams in Ocean's 11 as well. So
And also like one of the best crews in Star Trek. So, but yeah, we got the Star Trek Kelvin timeline versus the Ocean's 11. So this time it'll be Sarah first. You gonna from Star Trek or Ocean's 11?
Star Trek.
Yeah, Malcolm.
I don't think the winner of this will be in the 200 tournament because all of these are spanning multiple movies.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm going to go Ocean's 11.
yeah. Richie.
Oceans.
Yeah. Yep. Austin.
Star Trek.
Yeah, like I think I just got to go Ocean's 11 just because I love the way that movie plays out and the way that they build the team up and stuff. Like it just works really well. So, Tim, what you
Yeah,
got?
I'm agreeing with you there. I'm going with Ocean's 11 on that one.
Yeah, so it'll be Ocean's 11. So Ocean 11 versus Power Rangers. I don't know. This is a fun matchup, I think. So, yeah,
This
I'll
is probably everyone's
zoom it in a little.
dream matchup, if you would ask me.
Yeah, right. So this time I think is it Sarah first? Sarah.
Malcolm.
Sarah just
That's
went
Malcolm. Sarah. Sarah.
Oh, it's Malcolm. Okay.
Malcolm.
So
Malcolm.
Malcolm, you got Power Rangers or you got Ocean's 11?
Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Richie.
Power Rangers.
Austin.
Power
Like it's just so hard to vote against Ocean's 11. Like I just gotta go Ocean's 11. Tim.
It's really easy though. You just say Power Rangers. It's that easy.
Well, you can, but like, do you want to?
Yeah.
I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Power Rangers, great team up, part of my childhood. But when it comes to best movie teams, I have to stick with Ocean's 11. It's just on a technicality on how well the movie was made.
I'll say that I've gone back to Ocean's 11 way more than I've gone back to the Power Rangers movie. Now the series I've gone back to a lot.
No way. I've watched that Power Rangers movie 90,000 times compared to
Really?
Ocean's 11. Oh, yeah.
I've only seen that movie like 3 times.
No.
So, but Sarah, you going for Power Rangers or Ocean's 11?
Ocean 11.
No.
Oh,
I mean, it's Ocean's 11 or was it a tie?
It was
No,
it's Ocean's 11.
That's Oceans. Yeah.
Ocean's 11. All right, and your winner, Ocean's 11. There you
That's
go.
boring.
I mean,
Which is like one of the most iconic like team crews like just ever
I say
put
boring
together.
and predictable.
Boring.
No, not the movie. I just mean for a part 2. That's boring and predictable. You could have had the Power Rangers and then have Oceans win the championship. I'm just saying.
Well, we'll see Ocean's 11 now in our 200th episode.
So-
No, we won't. That's
Right?
just
No,
the
you
crew.
won't.
No, you won't.
It's a
That's
crew.
just
It's not
it's a
the.
crew. It's not a movie.
It's not the movie.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it just grew.
You're
Yeah,
not putting
I
it
didn't think
So
of it
what
that
did win
way,
part
so.
1 that
True.
could be going up against?
We're just doing
this?
crews. Yeah,
Uh,
and we're not doing movies.
Who
So.
won part 1?
But-
Yeah.
I can't even
one.
remember which one you were on it, Malcolm. I don't know if you remember. But
I wouldn't have asked if I remember.
yeah, right.
I wasn't there. I don't fucking know who won. You guys don't remember?
Oh, were you on it, Richie? I can't remember if you were there. I don't know.
What, the part 1? No, I
Yeah,
wasn't.
for part 1. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I
remember. You have to go look.
honestly completely forgot Austin wasn't there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
It's killing me.
you can go watch the episode. Just fast forward to the end, and
Yeah.
you'll see which one won. So, but yeah, this was fun. So, got a lot of crews, a lot of teams, and if you didn't see your favorite team on this one, well, it's probably in part 1. So, hopefully, it'll show up in our championship.
I'm
Which will
gonna-
be about
I'm
a
gonna-
month from now. So,
I'm gonna mute it while we're doing our plugs and skip to the end and go see that one real quick while we're doing our
yeah,
plugs.
if I know what it is, you can remind us which one won.
Yeah.
'Cause I can't remember for the life of me. I don't remember. So yeah, but yeah, that'll do it for us tonight. This was fun. So thanks guys for jumping on, and we'll do some plug real quick, and that'll do it. So we'll start with Tim first. Where can we find you?
Well, I mean, as of right now, there's nothing for me to do other than just watching movies, sharing my thoughts. So you can find me on Twitter at TimLSim, and
Nice.
I don't know what else to be doing, but definitely looking forward to more collabs with Jordan and more of these interesting tournament fights and discussions down the road.
Yeah, we'll have you back anytime you want. So we always need good, solid people to fill out these panels and stuff. So
Oh, that's
But-
right. That's the episode where it came down to JPO and Jordan just voting against each other.
so-
Two people.
Oh yeah. That was the episode where like everybody bailed, and then I called in JPO halfway through as like someone to just like pinch hit, and I'm actually glad I did because like I don't want to be by myself doing that.
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah,
But
is that the night you started at like midnight? Is that what that was, or something? Or I don't know. Or was I on vacation?
The Rebel Alliance from
Rebel
the
Alliance,
Yeah,
OG
that-
trilogy.
the OG trilogy.
yeah, that's what,
one.
what Brian said. So the original trilogy, yeah. So
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense.
It
You
came
know,
down to
everybody-
that and the Fellowship from Lord of the Rings, so that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, but Sarah, where can we find you at? Good night.
TikTok at Burger Girl 92.
Yeah. Me and Sarah will do TikToks together from time to time, so you can find us over there. Because on TikTok, I know how to work the algorithm to get tons of followers really fast. But the thing is, I need that for YouTube, not TikTok. So if anyone knows how to work the algorithm to get subscribers fast, let me know so we can get this channel monetized. But Malcolm, where can we find you?
You can find me on Take View Productions. I host Rankum every Sunday. This week we're doing Matt Damon movies. Maybe Ocean's 11 may pop up there.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You can also find me all over the place, doing trivia over on Full Metal. And yeah.
And Richie, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me. You can find me. On here, Movie Hero Network. You can find me on Monday. We postponed Lonely Marks, but we're doing a WrestleMania draft Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern, I believe. And then I'll be on Tornified Tier Anchor coming out, and then you can find me on Combat Wrestling Trivia, just doing wrestling trivia stuff. You can find me on JPO's channel doing movie trivia and wrestling trivia. I believe I'll be recording a debate here in a couple of weeks, maybe with against one Malcolm Alay. So that should be interesting. Check it out for that.
Nice.
Well, speaking of CWT, I got a match coming up with on CWC on Combat Wrestling Trivia with Hunter Chambliss. So check that out coming up. I just did a Lights Out Trivia match versus Jay Burns. That went up yesterday. Check that out on Lights Out Trivia on YouTube.
Nice.
Check out my 2B podcast on there streaming. Check that out on YouTube. Episode drops every Tuesday. Can't remember what episode, what thing we're doing this time, but I think it's like a bikey movie with like Adam West in it, so that should be fun.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
All right.
well, cool. I'm Austin. Where can we find you?
I think me and Jacob Barber are doing podcasts about movies tomorrow night. We'll be doing one of our blind ranking episodes where we just spin the wheel and give each other. I give him animated movies that he has to blind rank 1 through 20 without knowing what's coming next, and he's going to give me horror movies. We did an episode like that about 2 months ago. We're going to do another one tomorrow night because it doesn't require any prep, and we can just have fun and just do that. So we're going to do that, and I taped my episode of Beyond the Neon Veil with cousin Ryan yesterday, so that'll be up in about 2 weeks, and then my movie Battleground title match will be up in about 2 or 3 weeks. So other than that, it'll be on here.
Nice. Yeah, sounds good. And you can find me all over the social media at Movie Hero 2121. You can find all things for the channel at those places, and you can find me on my personal Instagram at Jordan83616. There will not be a poll for this episode because we're going to save that for the championship. So that'll happen in about a month, and then we'll have that out. But we will put up the poll coming out soon. We did Malcolm's top 64 New Zealand actors and people from movies and stuff, and so there'll be a poll coming out for that one soon. So you can see that in the Schmodown Friends and Family group on Facebook. This Sunday we'll be doing the Seen and Heard trivia, so that's pretty much what my weekend's going to be, is just putting the rest of that together because this took up a lot of time, so I got to really kick it into overdrive, but I got like about 2 days, a day and a half or so all of it ready to go. And you can find the episodes if you want to watch our past episodes of the Seen and Heard trivia over on our Patreon. You go to patreon.com/moviehero, and I have all the episodes over there. There's a couple you can watch. I think episode 1 and 2 and even 3. I believe the first 3 are still on the channel because they didn't get copyrighted or blocked, but the 4th one did. So that one's over on the Patreon. You can watch it for just $1. That's all it costs to watch it. And then if you want to sign up for any of the higher tiers, there's some other things. You can get an early look at the schedule for signing up. You can see some of our exclusive podcasts we do over there. We'll be doing some giveaways of my one-sheet movie posters from my time working in the theaters. And then just a little preview of what's coming up on the for tournament fights and tier rankers. So this Tuesday we'll be having a tier ranker. It's going to be best animated movies of the 2000s. So the 2000s are going to be stacked. I'm already going to start. Well, while I'm prepping for a trivia, I'm going to have a bunch of animated movies in the background this weekend playing for me, the ones I haven't seen. Then on Friday, we're going to have our Keanu Reeves versus Nick Cage a tournament fights battles match. And on our panel, we're going to have Paul Preston, Adam Witt, and Kevin Smets coming on. So that'll be a stacked one for that panel. And then we're going to jump into our best movies of 2013 ladder series. So that's coming up the week after that. And we'll basically take up the entire week because it's a 3-part series. And then for my birthday at the end of the month, I'll be doing a mystery tier ranker. So it feels like there's a lot of people that have had birthdays recently, ever since the end of March all the way to the end of April. There's a ton of people I know that have had birthdays, so I'll be doing mine. And I'm going to do a little pre-show a few days before. We're going to go into my flipchart.com and just going to hit the rank movies button. It'll just bring up some random matches, and whatever shows up, it could be good, it could be bad, whatever shows up, because I have every single movie I've ever seen on there, and that's what will be in the tier ranker. So, and it'll be about 50 movies that will be on that. So, and then let's see, we have our best movie teams championship and the best movie duos part 2. We were going to have our best movie duos part 2 this week, but we did some birthday episodes for Malcolm and Jacob, so we pushed it to May. And then we have best movies with punctuation in the title, so that's coming up. And then we also have a Mother's Day episode coming up that's going to be best movie moms, so you can watch for that one. So but yeah, that's where you can find us. So that is going to do it for us tonight. So thanks again, guys. This was a lot of fun. And for Tim, for Sarah, for Malcolm, for Richie, for Austin, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.